Okay.
How's it
going? Indeed. All right, everyone. Welcome to Masculine Geek number 117, the live D&D session, live stream game number 18, I believe. 18 in the bank. Yes. So without further ado, yes, and you do see this is not an illusion. We have 2 new players. We're going to kick it over to Rollo, but really fast. The 2 new players, please introduce yourself, starting with the player under Rollo.
I'm Amos Joseph. I've playing as an elven wizard named Rothus, who will be joining at some point during the game. So
cool. And Robert.
And I'm Robert Kuzland, and I'm playing the rogue Tancred.
Cool. Yay! I'm getting an echo from somebody. I don't know who it is.
I'm hearing it too.
Am I getting it from Drew?
Probably Drew.
Mute myself real quick.
Drew's the only one without. Yeah, there it goes.
Without headphones.
The only one without headphones. So that's.
I moved this. Let me turn it down a little bit too.
There you go.
Cool.
I can still hear you guys.
No big deal, but it's just, I don't know, might distract it. So. All right. So I want to work with Amos and Robert first real quick, because we kind of need to do a little bit of a episode 0 kind of thing with them. So we can sort of pick through. I need to, and this is also, I'm going to use this as an opportunity to introduce you guys to the style of play that we're playing right now. I usually play like 1st edition / 2nd edition, but I also throw in a smattering of like 5th edition rules and sometimes a little bit of Pathfinder, depending on what the situation calls for. So primarily the adventures and the things that we're doing is I have a modified version of the World of Greyhawk that I run things in. So that's first and foremost. Second of all is like I'm cut from the same cloth as the Jeffro Johnson school of dungeon mastery, and so therefore I play old school. I have been I meant to ask you guys this at one time. It's like, what was the first edition that you guys played? Was it first or second, or was it AD&D?
Was basic and AD&D?
The 80s.
First game I played was with Vince over in Gettysburg. What was it? 2 years ago? 3 years?
Yeah, that was 5th edition.
It's been a while.
Well, I tell you, Robert, I know you're old school, so
my first game was like 1978, 79. So
you played with the actual little pamphlets.
Yeah.
Amos, what are you familiar with?
So I only started playing in September of 2019.
Oh, okay.
With 5th edition. So it was actually funny. It was actually watching you guys, Vince had Conk on, and then later on had you on, kind of in the earlier shows when they were talking a lot about tabletop gaming. Mm-hmm. And I met a group of people and started playing, but with the pandemic and everything, that's been it's all online pretty much what I'm doing now.
Kind of tough. Yeah. I'll tell you, it's interesting to me because I'm cut from the old school cloth. So it's like I sit there, play with models and miniatures and the dry erase map and all that stuff. So I'm still trying to figure out what the most efficient way. Yeah. That's a rifleman, man. Mm-hmm. I'm still kind of noodling around with what the most efficient way is to sort of like display maps. So I'm you guys have probably already seen this. I display things in Photoshop right now because that's what I'm more familiar with, and it's actually been working out pretty well for you guys. So that's how I work it. So Amos, you're probably the only one that would have to. Well, and you and probably TJ are the only two that like have like you're playing in this century.
Yeah. Yeah, so I've learned how to do like Roll20 and such like that. So virtual tabletop.
So the way we do it right here is I like to roll dice. I could very easily just have you guys get like a dice rolling thing, or we could play through another like a third party app where we're rolling dice. But I would much rather have it be like sort of on your honor kind of thing, and you just tell me what your rolls are. If like I have in this studio, I could set up multi cameras and stuff. But I'm the DM, so it's not really a point for me to show you dice rolls. Mm-hmm. So that's how we work it. I would much rather have the sort of hands-on kind of thing. So as far as 1st edition / 2nd edition, like I guess AD&D is concerned, we play old school. So as far as perception checks and feats and stuff like that, I told these guys last time, if you think you can do it, try it. Okay. So it's not like feats and stuff like that. You can't say, well, I have a diplomacy, you have a 20 and blah, blah, blah. You know what? I would rather hear you guys bullshit and try to talk somebody into it and then roll a dice and see how things go rather than like say, oh, I rolled a 20 on my diplomacy kind of thing. So I don't like split hairs down to that level. Although I do like Pathfinder quite a bit. So Pathfinder is actually, as far as the mechanics of Pathfinder, I think that is pretty good. So that said, if you think you can do it, you probably can. Robert, if you're a rogue, obviously, or a thief, I should say, you have skills like pickpockets, climb walls, that kind of stuff. So you're going to have a percentile roll. When you do that, I'll be doing the percentile roll for you. So if you say, hey, I want to climb walls, I'll say, yep, okay, you're starting. And because this is how it used to work. And you be halfway through your wall crawling, and then I'll roll to see if you slip or you fall, kind of thing. And I'll say, no, you don't lose your foot, your hand holds whatever. And I describe from there. So picking pockets, that kind of stuff. So if it's a skill set that your character is going to have, most likely I'm going to do like a percentile roll for you. Amos, if you're playing a magic user, you're going to be playing old school style. So you're going to, I'm trying to think of this in terms of 5th edition. So as a magic user, you will end up being really more or less like a wizard. Okay. From 5th edition. So it's, you in 1st edition, there were 2 variants of magic users. There was just basic magic users, and then there were illusionists. So it depends on what you want to specialize in. It sounds like if you're going to be an elven magic user, you're probably just going to be a wizard anyway. So,
are you playing with magic? 2 questions real quick. With magic 1, are you playing it old school, one and done as far as the spells go?
Yes, yeah, I am. As far as magic users are concerned,
the Jack Vance School of Magic.
Yeah, exactly. So the way I work it is you'll have a spell book of known spells, and then you will have spell slots. So this is like I'm sort of mixing like 1st and 5th here. You'll have spell slots, so I'm still using those, and the spells from 5th edition you can use those as well. So that's how I work it with Drew here.
Okay, and then
cleric, so he doesn't have to he can pray for his spells and get them that way. So technically he has access to the whole group of spells. But for magic users, the way that it was done in 1st edition was you had a spell book. These were your known spells. So you might know a lot of spells, but you can only memorize so many of them and then have those prepped. And then that's how that works. So, Amos, when it comes time to pull spells for you, I will give you, I'll end up giving you like 1st edition, or excuse me, 1st level, 2nd level, 3rd level, that kind of stuff. So I'm going to start you guys where we're at right now. Grot, let's go around the table here. You're a half-orc fighter, and what's the level of your guy right now?
I am 6th level.
You are 6th level. Yes, you are.
Yeah.
6th level. I'm looking at your sheet.
And I've got
he's got a 21 strength because he's jacked.
Correct. Well, I've got and I have the hat of ogre strength, or whatever hill giant or stone giant, stone giant, stone giant strength.
So you're pretty jacked, but you're 6th level. Gray, you are at 5th level.
I think I'm 6th level as well. Let me check here. It is level 6, human cleric life domain.
Okay. And then I've got I've got TJ here. And TJ is a ranger. And TJ, you are, what level are you, TJ?
297.
297.
I think level 6. I think level 6.
You're 5th level.
297 minus 291.
Okay, so you're 5th level, and so you know what I think I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to start you guys out at 5th level, just so that you guys are sort of caught up to speed. So I'm going to put both of you guys, Amos and Robert.
Yeah.
We'll put you guys up at 5th level for your characters at this point. So as far as like special abilities and stuff like that are concerned, the special abilities you would get in 5th edition will still apply to what you have.
Mm-hmm.
So, but when we get into combat and we get into other things, we kind of go back to like the 1st edition matrices for those when you're doing this. So the actions and everything else that you're probably already used to playing in 5th edition, or hell, even in 4th edition, those are still applicable, but we're using sort of the combat matrices for 1st edition. So. Okay. And the reason I'm doing that is, or if I'm like when I'm working combat out between you guys, because your characters are technically based on 5th level like dynamics, I guess, for lack of a better term. So like if I was playing 1st level and you guys were going up against like these guys were just going up against an Ankheg in the last game, that's like a 5 hit dice monster, right?
Right.
So that means one thing in 1st edition, and it means something entirely different in 5th edition because the hit points are going to be a whole lot more, and it's going to be a lot more durable in 5th edition than it would be in 1st edition. So I kind of update things a little bit. So when the combat's going, it might be a little bit more of a challenge than you might initially expect. So, for instance, if like hobgoblins, for example, are like a 1+1 hit dice monster, so the maximum hit points they can have in like 1st edition is like 9.
Mm-hmm. Right.
in 5th edition they might have 18. So that's the difference between those, because you do a lot more damage in 5th than you did in 1st edition.
Right.
So if you're, for example, Aldemar, if he's firing an arrow, it's only going to do 1d6 damage, but he's got like so many advantages because of he's a ranger, he's got his high dexterity, he's got proficiency with the weapon and everything else. So going from 1d6, that's one thing, but it's like 1d6 plus 4, right? So the max you could do is 10 damage on a single shot with an arrow, whereas in 1st edition, maybe it's like 7 hit points is the maximum for something like that. So I'll have to balance those things out. And I need to tell you guys this from the beginning. So you go, hey man, that's an orc. How does he have 20 hit points? It's like, well, because we're using the 5th edition like rules for monsters and things like that, as opposed to the old school stuff. So
that's fine. My character I've got rolled up as if he were a 6th level thief, so I'm going to need to dock a couple of things, because at 6th level he's gotten a couple more abilities and so forth. So I'll have to kind of keep that in mind and maybe take away like a few hit points and stuff as well, because while not at the max as a 68 plus the Constitution bonus, I had several 5s in rolling hit points beyond that 1st level, starting off at max. So that's fine. I'll give you what I've got, and you can modify it as need be so that it's balanced. So I'll leave it to the DM's discretion.
I'm going to need you guys to send me your character sheets. You can email them to me.
Do you want us to respond to that email you sent us?
Actually, yeah, that's not a bad idea. Why don't you do that? Like pass those on to me, or you could just email it to me at rtrationalmail@gmail.com.
Okay, because you never sent us those emails. You
said. Yeah.
I was waiting for Amos to pipe up on that.
Well, so we'll work you guys in as far as like plot is concerned once we get things rolling along here.
Not a problem.
And I've got these guys in such dire straits at this point. If you guys are just like kind of along for the ride at this point, but once into the combat. Well, I have. And then the other things I needed to say is that in 1st edition, traps are as likely to kill you as critters are. So you have to be very careful of that, because especially in the old school adventures, it's like, you can get hit with a short sword for 1d6 points of damage, but if you like fall 30 feet, that's like 3 to 18 points of damage. So you have to be real careful of and that's, I'm telling you this, Robert, because you're going to be the primary one to keep everybody out of trouble in that respect. As I was saying before, it pays to be very hyper alert and hyper aware and ask questions and sniff the air and listen to things and use all your senses, basically, is what I'm saying. So, and then Amos, as far as being an elf wizard is concerned, I also have to say this is that demi-humans are like super rare in Greyhawk. So you are like you would be, your character will end up being a rock star in like large like cities and stuff like that. So you have to be real careful of like the social situations that go on in public, right, pretty much, because everybody else here, with the exception of Blodgett, is human. So and then Grot, but Grot can pass for human. So but demi-humans are exceptional, like dwarves, elves, gnomes, halflings are very exceptionally rare in this. And then let's see, what else was I going to say? Oh, so Amos, as far as being a wizard is concerned, I'll buff you out with some magic items and things so that you can get up to speed. So you're not like, just because wizards and magic users are the most vulnerable characters in this game. So you have to,
it's true in 5th edition too, to a point.
And then also this, and Gray, this is also for you as well, Drew. Utility spells can save you sometimes where like offensive spells might not. Also, Gray, I know you focus on healing, and that's what the number one attribute I think for a cleric is necessary. But there's other spells and other things that actually work pretty well that keep you out of trouble, especially like Find Trap. You already figured that one out for yourself.
Yeah, Find Traps, and I've got Walk on Water.
Mm-hmm.
Or Water Walk,
mm-hmm.
But that would have been useful before. Didn't even think about it when we were going through that one room or cistern type thing.
Yeah. And then levitate and things like that. So, Amos, when you are putting your wizard spells together, and again, I will give you known spells, and then because you're an elf to begin with, you're probably going to know more than the average spellcaster, anyways. So. I will give you known spells, and then from that list, then you can take those and keep them in a spell book kind of thing, like of known spells, and then you've got your spell slots for what you have memorized. So that's the way the spells work. It's not. I always hated the sorcerer class in the new editions of like Pathfinder and D&D, because it's like, oh, you just have access to everything and just throw whatever you want to as necessary. And it's, I think it forces you to be a little bit more creative when you are when you have to sort of pick from a limited list. And then the other thing that it does, and Amos, this is something you probably want to get into, is if you find scrolls, like magic user scrolls and stuff, those become like super valuable to you, especially if it's a scroll of a spell that you don't already know, because what you can do is then you can transcribe that into your book, and then you have that as a known spell. So rather than like read it off and fire it away, if it's one you don't know, then it's valuable enough for you to transcribe into your book, and then you've got that spell as well. So
I think so. I've already built a 5th edition wizard elf, and I already have all his spells.
Okay, well, that's fine. That's fine.
I follow the mechanics of 5th edition for like you choose from the spells that wizards can cast, and then you add them to your spell book, and then there's only so many spells you have prepared, and then there's spell slots to determine how many of each level spell.
Okay, well, that's fine. That's fine then. And the reason why I use 5th edition spells is because you can pick up the cards for it as well. I've got the cards for my cleric that I used to play with these guys.
I've got them on an app.
Yeah, or you can do that too. I also have those apps available as well. So that's another reason why I use those. I use those because they're easy to download and have handy for you. The 1st edition spells were really cool in that they sort of described what happens a little bit more in detail, as opposed to being more like a video game effect, as opposed to like, if you do these things, there's a chance that something else might happen or some sort of reversal. And then there you go. Oh, man, that's old. That's way old school, Robert.
Yeah, I think I've got almost a complete set of these. There's 1, 2, 3, and I think 4 in here, 3 at least. So Yeah.
Last but not least, here I also have to. I'm gonna throw out some background here in just a second. But as far as mechanics are concerned, and everybody, all you guys need to hear this is that from here on out, if you guys get a critical hit, like meaning a natural 20, or you get a natural 1, you got to tell me exactly that you got a natural 1 or you got a natural 20. Because what I'm going to do from here on out is, if you get a fumble, I'm going to use the fumble chart from DCC. Okay.
Cool.
Crit. If you get a crit, I'm going to use the critical hit chart from DCC as well. And in here, the fumble is generic. It's like there's only one like matrix for a fumble. Okay, so and then there is the critical hits, but that's by class. So if you get a critical hit as a half-orc fighter, that's going to be a different crit than if, like, say, Lupo rolls a natural 20. Okay, so things are going to be a little bit different depending on what your class is. And so there's different matrices for different classes. So when you get a crit, let me know. It might be like crazy good, because what you're going to end up doing is rolling another D20 and then adding some like modifiers to it, and then I'll tell you what happens. Crits are always going to be really good. Fumbles can be really fucked up, or they can be really like, oh, you dodged a bullet kind of thing. So yeah, I mean, fumble's a fumble. It's still going to screw things up. Also, I'll be using it for the monsters as well. So so just so you know, I'm playing fair for all of these things. So so that's that. The other thing I was going to say is you guys are in the world of Greyhawk, ostensibly, I guess, in the world of Greyhawk. You're also going to be like right now we're running the Slave Lords modules, and we're in the second one right now. So do me a favor and don't like refresh your memory if you like Robert, if you already, which I suspect you probably already have all of them.
Should I go grab the module for you?
No, please don't.
So but having said that, obviously if my character's 5th level, then yeah, I've been to the Keep on the Borderlands, I've been to the Caverns of Chaos, I fought the Cult and the Hermit and so forth.
Right. Prior to all that. Now again, it's I'll give you that, but like as far as like because I know that Vince really likes the old school stuff too, and he like what
absolutely
Canth and stuff. I'll tell you this is that I'm gonna, if you guys like this one, we can keep going in this series. So don't pick up like A2, A3, A4, right? Or if you have them already, please don't go and read
I have them all in storage. I'm not reading them.
Right.
Yeah.
You can read them afterwards if you'd like. You can certainly Slave Pits of the Undercity right now if you'd like. But I mean, feel free to go and check those out. But like, I may run like other ones in the future. I maybe Lost Caverns. I don't know. I know you guys like that one, so
that'd be cool.
One off, dude. That's not a series, so that might be kind of fun to do. And then I also I'm tossing around the ideas like once we get through this one, and if you guys want to keep going, fine. If not, if you want to move on to like something like the Giants against the Giants.
Against the Giants would be
fun. You have to get up a little bit higher to get into that one. Then there's the Queen of the Demon Web Pits, like the Drow Adventures and stuff like that are good. And then I definitely want to run at some point. I want to run White Plume Mountain, which is a one-off module. So that might be a lot of fun. So when we get to that, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. So
cool.
So anyways, as far as the background is concerned, and you guys already know this, but Amos and Robert don't know this already, is that you are in my like kind of fantasy world, my universe here. You guys are in a fantasy setting. Magic is very rare here. Okay, so I run a low magic, like a low. I mean, magic exists, okay, and there's magical items, but like even like a +1 or a +2, like magic sword is like, oh my god, it's not necessarily low, but it's medium low. I don't run like god tier, magic items, or it's not like super magical kind of stuff. You're gonna find scrolls and such as it goes along, like according to like the old 1st edition kind of stuff. But magic, as far as that's concerned, you're not going to go to the magic shop in the city and like find the magic the piece that you need for to complete.
There's no chem shows here.
Yeah, so it's not a video game, and I always try to make
very much like the Dark Eye, the Dark Eye RPG from Germany.
Yeah. Yes. And whenever I play, if I ever play it, like I haven't played in a long time, but if I ever play it like a convention or something like that, you always have to like bring that up. You always have to say that because everybody, like, especially like a younger generation, will come in and they'll go, well, we'll just go meet, Magic Sam walking around the village with all of his, it's like, this is not World of Warcraft.
5th edition. Pretty much what it is.
But and in D&D Adventure League, part of the packet that they'd sent out to all the game stores were cards of various magic items and weapons and stuff like that. So, I mean, you could have your...
Just handing out like candy.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's low to medium magic. As you get higher to higher levels, then magic is going to pick up a little bit more. But as I said, Amos, elves, demi-humans are very rare, and magic is very rare. So elves are practically immortal in Greyhawk. And then also I should say this is that the way that I run it is you guys are in the new world, which is effectively, it's like a post-apocalyptic fantasy world is what it is. And I don't mean that in like a nuclear holocaust. I mean that there was an empire that existed before, and there was a series of wars that nobody in this time era remembers. So there's a lot of ruins, like the first temple for the sea god that you guys were in for Slave Pits of the Undercity. No one remembers the goddess that was, that original temple was dedicated to. The stockade that you're in right now used to be like a keep or some fortress, a fort, like a hill fort, but nobody knows who made it because it was part of the world that was the old world. So you're technically trying to piece these things together. Only Gray really knows anything about the lore, and even still, it's just that's a roll of the dice to see if he even knows stuff like that. So there's clues, there's hints all over the place to sort of piece things together. But in essence, you're living in a post-apocalyptic or a post-empire, destroyed empire kind of world, and it's kind of like the Dark Ages, where it's like there's feudal territories and stuff like that. There's no real central government. There's like a series of like landowners and territories. Some of them are more advanced than others, but for the most part, it's a series of territories that are run by local noblemen and moneyed landowners. Essentially, is what they are, and that's one of the reasons why these guys have been hired to go and stop the slave lords, the slave trades, because enough of these moneyed landowners got together and hired them to go and take care of business. So that's really where we're at as far as the module and the background is concerned. So do you guys have any questions as far as what I've laid forth so far?
No, not really.
Nope.
Okay, so Amos and Robert, your characters will be part of another like the remnants of a group of adventurers that were also hired to go, find out what was going on with the slave lords. But you got your party, with the exception of you guys, have been sort of sundered, right? You guys have been scattered, and you guys are the only two that are left at this moment. Right now, I've got Grot, I've got Gray, I've got Aldemar. Lupo is kind of like the link boy. He's the guy he's a 15-year-old kid that is the son of a dead nobleman, and is the heir of one of these territories, actually. And Gray is his kind of caretaker, and he's coming along for the ride and sort of learning things as he goes along. So he kind of he's got a way about him. Let's just say that. So
so kind of like Red Sonja, the movie.
Yeah, but more like I'm trying to think of the character archetype for what Lupo would be. He's trying to figure things out for himself right now. I run him as as far as his combat matrices and stuff are concerned, I run him as a monk.
Mm-hmm.
But that's only because he would be like a level 1 or level 0 monk at this point.
Okay.
I'm just trying to figure. He knows a few little clerical cantrips, and that's about the extent of it. And there's also Duncan, who is sort of like man at arms from Masters of the Universe. Essentially,
Mm-hmm.
he's sort of like the all around fighter guy that these guys saved from the last adventure. They freed him. He was a slave, and he's sort of stuck it out with them.
Okay.
So Duncan's part of this whole thing too. Those are the NPCs, and then Blodgett's involved as well. He was the fill-in for Sled when Aaron was still playing with us. So he is a thief. I might keep him in. I might pull him out. It just depends on how it goes. But you're already a thief, so it couldn't hurt to have two. But we'll see how it goes. These guys know the plot twists and everything else, and they'll fill you in along the way because there are certain villains and a certain gnome that they're trying to find as well.
Okay.
So I'll let them explain that to you as we're kind of going along. So. But I will need to get you guys character sheets soon, and but for right now, just kind of go with it. I'm gonna run the rest of the last two scenarios that I had for you guys here, and then I'll do my best to like sort of fit you guys in at the end if that's cool with you.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that.
Okay, I'm going to then share my screen here with you guys. All right, you got that, Vince? There we go. All right, so this is where you guys were when we left off. And push this in. Okay, as you guys know, at this point right here, you're in front of this gatehouse right here, or this portcullis. The portcullis is up. It's been lifted up enough that you can get in underneath it. You, Grot and Aldemar, you just saw, actually, and everybody else, Gray as well, you just saw Blodgett slip underneath the portcullis, and you don't know where he is right now. Remember, it's dark, it's at night. You just ended up killing the ankhead that's dead in the mud behind you. Every last one of you is covered in mud right now. So some of you more than others. Aldemar and Grot are definitely covered in mud. Gray, you are up to probably about your hips in mud. Lupo is about up to his hips in mud, and Duncan has been, because Duncan got into it with the ankeg as well, so he's covered in mud as well. And as far as you know, Blodgett is pretty covered in mud as well. So as you guys are sort of trying to figure out what's going on, remember there are arrows flying down at you from the tops of the parapets, which are up along here. So you guys have been made. You made a lot of noise, and it didn't help that Gray decided to light up the
Jesus Christ
the egg in the last episode. Let's just say. So you guys were right here. And Lupo, or excuse me, not Lupo. Where is my boy? Blodgett. Blodgett's right here.
Okay, so
and he's kind of waving to you guys like, come on.
All right.
There's arrows kind of like singing
around.
You. They're not very accurate, and most likely, Aldemar, you can figure this one out. You don't even need to roll. It's probably because they don't have a good angle on you, and it's dark. So
right. So I'm gonna head for the portcullis and kind of try to roll underneath it.
Okay. Roll me a d20 real quick.
Come on, dude. Come on. Oh, good luck. 17.
Well done. Okay. Yeah. You roll underneath it. You're right there. And then Blodgett actually tries to pull you through, like it helps you on your way through.
Attaboy. What a pal. What a pal.
What a pal. What a pal. What a pal.
So he pulls you in there. Now, Grot, you guys, by the way, Grot, you're still kind of in the mud there, so you're going to have to like really power your way through that.
I'm going to, Grat move through mud and get to portcullis, squeeze through. with.
Okay, you are moving through. Your strength is 21, so you can power through it. It's just you're getting a little bit more muddy as you go through.
Yeah, Grat need bath. Time for monthly bath.
Okay, I'm gonna put Grot. I'm gonna get you right up to there. Duncan. Enough. We'll put Duncan underneath. Aldemar. Duncan is kind of pushing you out of the way here, so let me get Duncan.
I shove him aside.
All right, so you guys are right in here, and you can see. Let me see if I can push you down a little bit. You don't have any light really to see much further than this, but you're in what looks like a narrow alleyway that is like a causeway that goes underneath the gatehouse that you're in right now. And
I got a torch, right?
You can light.
I got it. Yeah,
you can light a torch if you'd like, but Lupo's got behind you with the lamp that's out right now. So you guys are right here. You can see barrels and boxes and all kinds of what looks like store. It looks like it might be some sort of storage, but there's a cobblestone or a cobblestone way that goes through the center part of this. From the very little light that you can see right now. Blodgett can see because Blodgett has infravision. So,
and same with Grot.
Yeah.
He's seen the dark.
Okay. So you can still see fairly well because of the moonlight, but only up to a point right here because this is where the portcullis goes over, or right now it's kind of like a tunnel. You're going underneath or through the wall here.
It's like a murder hole.
Yeah, well, I was just about to say, Aldemar, you can smell what's some kind of burning. Aldemar, give me a roll. Give me a D20 roll real quick.
Tastes like burning.
Natural 20.
All right,
Nice.
you smell something that smells like burning tar coming from above you, and you notice in the ceiling of this passageway right here, you notice that there are a set about every about 3 or 4 of them, every 10 feet, you can start seeing smoke of some sort kind of filtering out of these holes in the top of the ceiling of this passageway right here.
Okay, that ain't good. Is there anything?
Now you see some light coming through, shining through those holes.
Do you see the light? What light?
Yeah, let's do this. Hang on a second. So you can see a little bit further down here, and now you see you see what looks like some sort of liquid fire is pouring through these holes. And
is it going on the floor?
It's dripping out through it, and it's not quite. The floor is stone from where you're at right now, but it is starting to catch the barrels and the boxes on fire. So it's like this napalm that's like kind of dripping out of these holes in the ceiling, and it's starting to catch fire right on these things here and right here, and it's starting to pick up.
Oh shit! We just plow through this shit.
So at that point, Blodgett looks, and his eyes get really, really big, and he's like, and he kind of ducks underneath your legs of this side, and he's kind of looking like holy shit. Grot, you're right there at the gate right now.
Grot see fire, and
you start seeing this. Grot, you're just barely small enough to fit underneath the portcullis.
All right.
And let me put Lupo over there too. Hang on.
Grot will.
And Gray, I presume you're getting closer over here too.
Yeah, I'm going to try to stay close to Lupo. How deep in the mud am I right now?
Right now, you're only like ankle deep. From where you're at. Yeah. And you do have the mud. You do have the mud on you. Aldemar, you see Blodgett he's pulling something from up underneath his cloak, and it looks like some sort of bottle. And he starts to take a swig of this, some sort of potion that he's pulled out.
Yeah.
And TJ, you're rattling again, just so you know.
No, that's...
No, your computer's rattling. occasionally, just to give you a heads up.
I ain't moving. I ain't doing. Oh,
God damn it.
Grot, you're now on the inside here. Well, and you're starting to see now it's starting to pick up, and the flames start coming down out of the ceiling here. They know you're here.
And that's as far as I can see.
I'm gonna read you the entryway, the description here. Okay, moonlight filters through the inner grounds of the keep, illuminating the narrow entryway. On either side of the driveway are stacked several chests, barrels, and bales. The portcullis is jammed open enough that with enough space that remains to crawl under it to reach the cracked flagstone drive. Okay. The passageway is about 20 feet long, and it appears to open out onto a dusty parade ground beyond from where you're at right now. Across the parade ground is an archway that appears to give access to the remainder of the keep. So I will open this now that the fire starts pouring through here.
Fuck.
So
at least it illuminates the. All right. So all right. Is it Grot's turn, or is he done?
No, Blodgett finishes off this. He takes a swig of this bottle, and he goes like this to Aldemar. He takes it and he slaps. He gives you the bottle, and he slaps it on your chest. And I presume you take the bottle from him, and he
what
says,
does he say?
He says there's one swig left, and he runs and he bolts faster than you've ever seen anyone run.
He's Flash.
You can see him bolt through here and run through. Now he does catch fire a little bit on his way out, so there's no getting around this. So he runs and bolts out into the darkness from where you're at right there. And he runs unnaturally fast through this causeway.
Great smell magic.
He runs as fast as Cappy when he sees a bottle of rum.
Yes, he does.
Gay hand in effect.
All right, Aldemar, you're at the front there. If you don't move, you're going to start taking damage.
All right, I'm going to take a swig of that thing, and I'm going to run like hell down this passageway.
All right, so you take a swig of this thing, and you feel like you've had like 10 cups of coffee. Automatic.
I know that feeling.
All right, you take 2 points of damage from the flames that are now licking up from either side of you, and so you're gonna need to run. I
run like Forrest.
Okay, like Forrest. All right, so you bolt down through this way. I presume you're following. You're just going hell bent for leather. Is that what you want to do? Okay.
Exactly.
All right, so Duncan is right here. Grot's right here. You guys have not taken any damage, but everything along this side and along this side is now blazing fire. So you can go down the center of it. You're going to take damage for doing so, but you just see the halfling, and you just see Aldemar kind of bolt off this way.
How wet is the mud that was behind us?
It's enough that it's caked onto you right now, and it is still wet on you.
And it might help.
I'm going to go
might
back.
help us.
I tap Lupo on the shoulder, and I motion for him to look, and I start slathering this mud on me.
Okay. So you start slathering mud on you.
Kind of putting it on Lupo.
Lupo's pretty much a muddy mess to begin with, because you guys were pretty close to the
He
ankle.
got thrown, so yeah.
Yeah, so he's pretty much a muddy mess as it is right now. Grot, you're covered in mud right now as it is.
Yeah, I'm going to use that. Grat will just, in his own blundering way, just assume that's going to help distract him. And he's going to throw his cloak up over him.
Okay, so you're going to do that. Duncan is like, well, bloody hell. So he runs as fast as he can right about there. And Duncan is going to take some flame damage too.
I will follow. Grat will follow
Right,
suit.
so Duncan is definitely on fire, and he's trying to like sort of get it off of him as he's going. But remember, this is
Stop,
like,
drop, and roll.
well, remember, this is not just like fire. This is also an oil fire. So, so Duncan is right about there. Grot, where are you going?
I'm gonna barrel through as fast as I can. I'm covered in the mud. I'm gonna be half covered with my cloak, and I'm gonna grab Duncan and just kind of like just steamroll him and carry him with me.
And push him along with you.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you're going through this. You're semi covered in mud, and you're covering yourself up as you're going through
with the cloak. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So
it lessens.
Okay. Burning. So get up to where Duncan is right now. Duncan he's carrying a little bit of this fire on him. You're going to take 4 points of damage from from the flame damage. So you do have fire on you right now.
All right, I'm down to 46.
And you're pushing Duncan along, and he's running pretty quick anyways. So it's not hard to push him along in front of you.
Cool.
So let's put Duncan out here. Duncan takes a little more damage, and then Grot, I need you to roll me a d20 real quick.
Sure. Fuck. 3.
Okay. And you take another 4 points of damage on the way out as well. So
son of a bitch. All right.
42. A total of 8 running through the flames through here.
I'm trying to slap at it and get it off me.
All right. Let me down here a little bit more. I got you guys here. And you don't see Blodgett or Aldemar anywhere in sight because they are super fast right now, and they're out into this darkness. Now, Duncan is right in front of you. He's trying to beat off the flames, and you have some flames on your cloak as well, Ron.
All right, I'm gonna slap that onto the ground and try and extinguish it. Okay. Throw it down, stamp on it.
Make it about to there. Okay, Gray, you and Lupo, what do you want to do?
I'm going to tell Lupo to go ahead of me and tell him that I'll be right behind him.
Oh, Flames, you go first. All right, so Lupo's going to run.
Paylor will protect you.
Or something.
All right, so Lupo definitely caught some fire going through about halfway, so he's going to take a little bit of damage. Okay, so he doesn't look like he's not screaming, but he's running as fast as he can through here. And he gets to that part. So this is the second. All right, so he doesn't take any for the second. So Lupo looks like he's on fire, and Grot, you see Lupo coming behind you, and he's just like, get off of me. All right, great. You're up.
Do you want me to roll anything?
I need you to give me a D20 right quick.
9.
You're definitely taking damage. All right, so you get about half fire, and you are only taking you're only taking 2 points of damage through there because you have covered yourself in nice wet mud. And give me one more. Roll me another D20.
19.
You take no damage going through. So you take a grand total of 2 points of damage, Gray. And you have some fire on you, but it's easy to knock off because you knock it off with the mud.
Okay.
So Lupo is over here. He's kind of running. You can see him just kind of like, he's trying to do the same thing you just did. He's figured it out, Gray. He's the oil fire sticks to the mud.
Awesome.
So he's right about there. Now, Grot, you're doing all of you guys are kind of figured this out for yourself. You're doing pretty much the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what do you guys want to do? In this
we don't
actually. Let me read you this part right here real quick. I got one more thing.
Where the fuck are the other two?
You don't know. All right. So, this is where are we here? Dust swirls about this barren area between the gatehouse and the keep. This area appears to be a parade ground for drilling troops or something. There is no cover visible anywhere from where you're at right now. And it's a fair, I'll just give this to you. It's a fair bet that they know that you're down there since you caught fire and were easy to spot. On the south side of the parade ground is a stone facade and an archway. Through the archway seems to be an inner courtyard. At that archway, that's where you see Aldemar and Blodgett.
In the southern part?
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is what you can see here.
So they just charge right across.
You see these guys, though, and Aldemar is following suit. Where'd it go?
Yeah, where am I?
You are. Aldemar is on this side. There we go. Oops, my bad. Hang on. Aldemar? There you are. Aldemar is over on this side, and Blodgett
It's on the other.
is on the other side. There's my Blodgett. There he is, right about there. So now you can sort of make out where they're at. And they're kind of like hugged up against the side of this stone archway that leads into what looks like some kind of inner courtyard.
And it's open to the sky, right?
Everything is open to sky right now. Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought. Other than in the tunnel we came through.
Yeah. Now behind you, right here, is this is the wall that you came in. And this is the parade ground that you're in. Right here is about what you can see. Like so. So you notice, I'll give you a little bit more. There you go. You notice that
Pillars.
there's pillars. And it looks like there might be some like vegetation or something, like trees or something in through here. So it kind of looks like a courtyard of some sorts going through there. So that's where you guys are at. Let's see.
I feel like this is a Legend of Zelda's map.
Okay, so I've got Duncan here. I've got Grot behind you. Grot, what do you want to do? You're next up. Aldemar, Grot, decide what you're going to do. Aldemar, TJ, you, where you're at, you can see in this way.
That's what I see.
It looks like some sort of pillars, and it looks also as if there's from right about here, and I'll point this out on the map real quick. From right about in this area, can you see where I'm pointing? It looks like there's some sort of like rooftop or some kind of like veranda, like a porch that sits over the top of it. And what do? You're kind of hugged up against this wall. You also can see one of the reasons why you ran and bolted straight to where you're at. And by the way, you guys are both still under the potion of speed spell potion of speed that you imbibed from courtesy of Blodgett. So you guys are hyper fast at this point. You don't know how long it's going to last, but there you have it. So that's what you're seeing from where you're at. Also, Aldemar, you also know for a damn fact that there are guards up on top of the walls on either side of you. You think you're hiding in shadows at this point. And Blodgett, you can just barely make out his little silhouette on the opposite side of the entryway to the courtyard here. So I'll give you an action or two. What do you want to do, Aldemar? And you see them across, you see these guys finally coming out from the middle, from the center of the entryway there.
On fire.
And they're putting themselves out right now. So the fires have gone out, but they're kind of smoldering a little bit.
Hot.
Aldemar, tell me what you did.
Yeah, you guys. Shh. All right. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna check to see. You mentioned how there are probably guards up on the top. All right. I'm gonna check to see like perception, like how many, where are they?
Tell me what you do.
Yeah, I'm looking for how many, where they are, like what's my situation on that wall. So
Okay.
all right, I rolled a 17 natural 17.
On either side of you, you know that there are at least you can count. Let's see. You can count at least. You counted at least 6 guards that are on the wall, and you rolled. What'd you say? Rolled a 17?
Yeah, 17.
Okay, you can hear voices of some sort up on the walls as well, and you can sort of see in the moonlight. Again, it's dark still, but you can see in what's left of the moonlight. You can see figures moving around on top. Now, remember, they're like 3 stories up at this point, so they're very high up. So you don't know how many.
Yeah.
You're damn sure that there's at least 6 of them up there. There could be more, probably.
What's the lighting like? Do they have torches, fires going? Is my area lit at all?
You don't see any torches going on up there. Now, remember, you also know that they are hobgoblins up there, so they really wouldn't need torches.
Gotcha. All right. And who's the jerk off next to me on the other side?
That's Blodgett.
Blodgett. Okay, Blodgett. All right. Man.
So you can
like
see
insulting.
him over there. Yes.
I'm gonna talk to Blodgett and say, hey, how about we go inside? We hug the outer side, the opposite side of the wall that we're on right now. How's that?
How about you wait for us?
Or we could wait for you guys. It's true.
Are you just gonna yell it? Let's see, 10, 20, 30, 40,
Oh,
50.
never mind. Okay, I'm gonna. So
Sign language.
Am I visible?
No, you're
to,
not.
Grot.
To Grot right now, he can
Okay.
make.
I'm gonna gesture like this towards me to like say come.
Okay. Grot,
All right.
you see a figure across. You think it's probably Aldemar doing this.
All right, Grat's gonna quickly look around to make sure no one is like really focusing on him, and he's going to run as fast as he can, holding his sword scabbard so it's not banging against his chainmail, and he's going to head towards
This way.
what he thinks is Aldemar.
Okay. All right. You get 10, 20 feet.
What?
And 2 arrows come down right behind you. One that comes dangerously close to hitting you. And I
just keep moving.
They saw you move, put it that way. So
Right.
so they've got eyes on you at least.
All right. So basically everyone in this compound knows we're here right now.
You don't know. At least the guys on the wall certainly do.
All right. As I'm running, I'm going to give him the finger.
Okay.
Over my shoulder.
All right.
I don't know if that translates into D&D language, but that's what they're getting.
All right. Duncan, on the other hand, is going to move to right about here, and let's see if he gets it. No. More arrows kind of follow Duncan, but they seem kind of inaccurate. Gray, you're right there. Lupo's in front of you. You guys are out. You don't have to worry about the flames at this point, but the tunnel behind you is like raging fire right now. It would behoove you to move away from it.
Get the fuck out of there.
Are we casting shadows forward from this flame behind us?
Most definitely.
If we walk over a little bit around the wall and run just outside of the light being cast by is there an area where it's outside of the light?
Oh, yeah.
We're going to be a little bit more shaded?
Absolutely. Because behind you is where the light's coming from. So you could certainly get into these areas right here.
I whisper to Lupo then that we're going to go little past the wall and run, but stay in the shadows. Do not run in the area lit by the fires.
Okay. So
Fast as you can. Don't stop to look back no matter what.
Okay. So he does as he's told. And I presume you're moving over as well.
Yeah, I'm not right behind him, but I try to stay a little bit to the side so that it doesn't give them an easy line on both of us.
Okay. So Lupo's doing his best to do so. So he's a little bit lighter on his feet than Grot. So I'm going to place him right about there. Gray, I'm going to push you up right behind him because you're going to be a bit slower.
Oh, I'm old.
Yes. And you're coming through. Let's see. Aldemar, I got you right there. Blodgett seems to be looking around the corner right here. You can see, you've noticed that he is kind of hugging the edge and trying to like sort of look around the side of the corner from where he's at. So he looks like he might have seen something, and then he instantly like rushes back to where he was, and he kind of pushes himself back in again. So Aldemar, what do you do?
Good question. So that's that open area between me and him. Is that lit?
In here? No, it's lit in moonlight. You have a dim. You can see dimly you can see trees, and you've managed to see what look like columns of some sort along here. These columns, by the way, you can tell are supporting that sort of like that overhanging roof.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Kind of like a walkway. There's like a walkway or a causeway that's going around this courtyard, almost like a porch of some sort.
So can he see me when I gesture or whatever?
Oh yeah, he's got his eyes on you and everything, and he's trying to like sign to you, but you don't understand what he's trying to.
All right. Like, do. I'm gonna gesture for him to come toward me.
And he looks at you. He's like,
"Okay, I want to roll for perception to see if anything above that roof between me and him has got anybody who's gonna cause trouble."
Okay.
All right, 19.
Okay, 19. You hear something that sounds like heavy breathing, like a sniffing, like almost like a dog is sniffing, like a kind of sound coming from within the courtyard.
Okay, I'm gonna pull out my bow and arrow. I'm gonna knock an arrow. Sorry,
okay.
Knock a bow. And I'm going to turn and look into this courtyard area.
Okay.
And I want to roll for perception again to see if I can see this bugger. 17.
Okay. Instead, I'll just show you what you see. You also see a continuation of this porch that goes around this side over here. So from where you're at, you've got a better vantage point now.
And a covered walkway.
Yeah, there's a covered walkway that goes around from here to down to here, over here, and over here. So it's kind of hard to see because the covered walkway casts shadows on the little porch areas that's up in here. Okay. You see these columns. These columns are just sort of ruined columns that are standing. These columns right here are supporting what looks like a roof of some sorts, maybe one story up. You don't see any animals. You don't hear anything other than just sort of like the wind and crickets once again.
Okay. I'm gonna just hold my position and wait for the others.
Okay. All right. So Blodgett is going now. He sees you. Blodgett sees you moving where you're at. So Blodgett comes around this side over here. All right. Duncan is going to move, and let's see, 10, 20, 30. That's good enough. And okay. One arrow is wildly just like kind of tumbles over end over end. Another one, like again, comes very close to hitting him, but not quite. They can't. It seems as if Grot that they can't quite get a bead on him. Grot, you're up next. What are you gonna do?
I'll keep moving towards Aldemar.
Okay.
And the devil, to the devil with the arrows.
Okay. All right, and let's. All right. Again, one arrow goes end over end. Another one comes like right in front of you, but it impacts into the ground right in front of you. Lupo is going to do what he's told and run. You see this kid come running right beside you. And Lupo is missed and is missed both times. Gray, you're next.
Oh, shit. I'm just going to try and run as quickly as I can while staying in the shadow and to see if I can kind of go back and forth a little bit and get as close to Lupo as I can.
All right. Again, 2 arrows fired at you and missed. And these 2 looked like they were wildly inaccurate.
Okay.
Yeah.
So their archers suck.
Yeah. Well, it's dark and you're running. And let's see. Duncan will move closer to right about here. And as Duncan comes around the corner, Blodgett kind of tells him to hold off from where he's at. Aldemar, you're next. What are you going to do? They're coming up to their Grot's maybe 20 feet away from you. And Lupo is right beside him. You can tell Gray is right behind him too. You can see them now from where you're at.
I'm going to move into
I'm going to move into the courtyard. I still have my arrow knocked.
All right. You've got 2 actions. How far in do you want to go?
As far as I can go, but I'm going to stick to the edge of the wall.
Edge of the wall? Okay, so you're now underneath or close to being underneath because it really starts right here. These two squares right here is where the rooftop starts. And then over here, these 2, it starts on this side as well. And now you notice this. You're seeing what looks like a fountain of some sorts that's in the center of this. And now you can hear rushing water or like falling water. And you realize that the sniffing sound wasn't actually sniffing. It was actually falling water from this fountain. It's in the center of this courtyard right here. Maybe a little more. There you go.
That's cool.
So Aldemar, that's what you see in front of you. You are about 20 feet away from the being underneath the sort of veranda, I guess, right here. Give me roll me a d20 right quick, Aldemar.
4.
A 4. Okay. The only thing you can hear right now and smell is just sort of like the night air. It's a little bit humid here, much more humid than where you were before in the previous adventure. And you hear all you hear is the falling water from the fountain in front of you. And where's Blodgett? Let's push Blodgett over here. Blodgett's gonna go away for a little bit. He's hiding in shadows. Grot, you're next. What do you want to do?
I'll keep going and move to where I saw Aldemar move.
Okay.
Grad crouch
low. Come up to right about there, and
I noticed the fountain, right?
Yeah, you notice the fountain as well. Another arrow impacts into the wall on this side right here. They might have seen you go in. You don't know. Duncan is.
Fuck them.
Duncan in there. All right, and Lupo. Lupo runs to right about where you're at right there. And as he gets to the wall, the arrow hits the wall.
Stunk.
The Gray, you're last in line, my friend. What do you want to do?
Just going to follow everybody else and try to stick to the
Stop
shadows and close to the wall as best as I can.
Okay. That side, is that where you want to be?
Yep.
Is that okay? All right. Nope. If they're shooting at you, you didn't see it. Something might have whizzed by you as you were running, but you don't know and you don't care. Okay. Aldemar, you are here. And Grot, you are close enough too, so I'll just read this. All right. So beyond this stone facade here is an enclosed courtyard. It's wooded with small trees, shrubs, bushes, and vines. So there are some fairly, like I said, small trees, but like there's vines, and it seems like it's not quite jungle, but it's maybe like willow tree kind of things. In the center of the courtyard is a circular stone fountain. And while along either side at the south end is a roofed walkway 10 feet high, 10 feet wide, supported by wooden pillars. Those are the pillars. And trellises overgrown with ivy. There are 2 small trees growing to either side of the south end of the courtyard. The air is cool and still, and the cold fire of lightning bugs, little fireflies, perform a fairy dance throughout the shrubbery.
A shrubbery.
Shrubbery.
Oh,
This is what you can see from where you're at. So, in your infravision, Grot, you can see the fireflies are kind of fouling your heat vision. This is what you can see from where you're at. So they kind of help and they kind of hinder at the same time. So
okay. So I don't see. Gret doesn't see any movement, any life really, other than the fireflies.
No, you don't.
Okay.
And then there are these trees down here. Is what you see. So there's what looks like you can see a little bit further down. Let's see. I'm gonna give you a little bit more.
That's a long way.
Yeah. So you see that this is about as much as you see right here. Now, the trellises and the overhang is right along here and right along here. And you can see, you can't make it out distinctly, but you can see that it bends a little bit as it gets towards this end of the courtyard.
Gotcha. So presumably there's another wall section down there.
Yeah.
All right.
And since Duncan is right there, I'm going to give you Blodgett back. So
Blodgett.
Sorry, my bad.
Goddamn halfling.
Blodgett is in this corner trying to stay like he's, and you see Aldemar, roll me a D20 real quick, Aldemar.
Natural 16.
Natural 16. Okay, you know that Blodgett has moved at least over into this corner. You can't tell what the hell he's doing.
I said, boy.
You are at the corner right there. Aldemar, you're up now. What do you want to do next, Aldemar?
I'm gonna follow him.
You're gonna follow across? Go across to him? Okay.
Wait, what? And Grat looks and says, "Where you go?"
Aldemar, you feel yourself moving very, very quickly. Do you want to go fast or do you want to walk normal?
Walk fast.
Okay.
What the?
You move
what the fuck?
Very quickly, like almost like unnaturally fast. Like, was it force run?
It's like you're running on one of those airport things.
You kind of push past Duncan, and Duncan doesn't even know that you whipped by him. You go so quickly.
Jesus. You're gonna need to rest after that shit.
Now, when you get to that side, you can see Blodgett kind of like looking around into the courtyard, sort of in this way, and you see, he's only like 3.5, 4 feet tall, so he's kind of like looking around, and his halfling, so he does have infravision, so you see him like kind of like trying to peer around while he's sticking to the shadows, and he's like, you make a lot of noise. So you are there, Grot. You're over here. What are you going to do?
Ah, shit. All right. As quiet as Grot can be, he's going to go underneath that portico along that side where Aldemar was. Where Aldemar. I'm going to take the other side and start heading down. Since it's sort of in shadows, I crouch down. I'm gonna make my way south and see what's down there.
Okay. You're doing that, and Lupo whips around, and he's just kind of he looks like he's scared shitless. Gray, you're up. What do you want to do?
I am going to tell Lupo to stay close to me, and we follow Grot around the corner.
Okay, so I'm gonna whip you away. Gray, you now see the fountain that's in there, and it is flowing, by the way.
Okay.
So,
do I notice anything unusual about the fountain? Any writing on it? Anything?
Roll me a d20.
9.
The fuck?
From where you can see, it looks like it's got algae of some sort in it, but other than that, it's flowing. It's water.
Okay.
Just a little bit of it's a touch of algae from where you can see as you're coming around the corner there.
Okay. Does the water look relatively clear other than the algae?
Yeah, it looks like normal water. I need all of you, every last one of you, to roll me a d20 right now, including Blodgett and Lupo.
7. Fuck.
Okay.
Natural 17, boy.
Oh, good. Okay.
11.
11. Okay. 17, 11, and then Blodgett is shaking himself a little bit. Okay. Aldemar, Gray, and Grot, and I didn't roll for Duncan. And Duncan, all of you guys who were dunked in the mud is now starting to harden up on you. So it's starting to get into your armor, get into your clothing, and it is starting to weigh you down and becoming very, very heavy on you as it kind of sets, like wet clay sets in. Remember, you guys just ran across the courtyard as well, too. So it starts to set on you. And it will definitely be a hindrance. Grot, you know damn well it will be a hindrance because you were the one who was tossed in it like at least twice. So
yeah. All right.
Aldemar, it's getting into it's starting to pinch you right now because of your leather armor is starting to pinch you because of the weight of the mud that is on you that's starting to set.
What are my options?
Well, you tell me, man. I just work here.
Oh God!
Well,
I knew I was going to hit that. I knew.
If you had stayed with Grot would have told, because Grot has some common sense that cannot be deterred. He would have.
Pretty much all of you, with the exception of even Blodgett has some at least around his he's up to his knees in this stuff, so he's like trying to shake it off, but it's like it's all over him too. So let's go around the table. Aldemar, what do you want to do first?
I'm going to turn to Grot and say, Grot, you half-breed. What do I do?
You can't do that because Grot
You left.
10, 20, 30, 40.
You big dummy.
From you right now.
Somebody walked away.
Unless you want to go, hey, Grot.
Yeah.
Hello, children.
Yeah, exactly.
Hello there, children. How's it going?
I can let you do that if you'd like, but unless you want to shout, unless you're telling me you're shouting,
you lose. Good day, sir.
All hail, king of the losers.
Hey, Grat knows what he's going to
I'll
do.
give you that one more time, Aldemar. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna try and move towards Grot.
Okay. So you can move very fast if you'd like, or you can move regular.
I'm gonna move regular.
Okay. That'll put you right about there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I'll put you there on the flagstone right there. You can see them. You can see Gray for sure. You see what you think is Lupo, and Grot is clearly underneath the trellis right there, or the overhang. And Duncan is looking at you like you whip this way, and then he's like looking at you go the other way. Let me push Duncan over here. Duncan is going to go behind that, and then Blodgett is going to disappear.
That son of a bitch.
All right, Gray, you're up next. What do you want to do? See Aldemar kind of just casually strolling towards you across the
Grat's shaking his head.
Oh boy, how much am I weighed down by the mud at this point?
It's pretty heavy, so it's adding at least another maybe 20 to 30 pounds to you right now.
Can I get to this fountain?
I was going to say, Grat's pointing to the fountain.
Yeah, you can.
Beth.
When I get to the fountain, is there any debris on the ground? Any wood? Or
do you go to the fountain? Because right now you're right there at that corner.
I'm gonna walk towards the fountain, but as I do, I'm looking around on the ground to see if there's anything, cloth, wood, anything organic that I might be able to pick up.
All right. So right here in front of you is a high shrubbery.
I break a branch off of the shrub as I walk past it.
Okay. So you can get to right about here, and the shrubbery is going to block your way. This is a wooden column right here. This is a wooden column that is supporting the trellis that Grot is under right now. So you can certainly break off a piece of whatever the shrubbery is if you want. So you take some of that.
Okay. Are we covered here, or is this all open in the middle and it's just
where you're at? Where you're at, you are open. You're open to the air. The trellis, or I should say the covered area of the porch right here, the portico, is right where Grot is right now. So Grot's right. Let's put Grot over here just to make things easy.
Oh boy!
From right about here all the way down is covered with a wooden, like a I guess a wood roof of some sort. Like I said, it's about 10 feet up. It's 10 feet high.
I'd like to throw the branch into the fountain.
All right, you can you can do that, but you'd have to get close enough to do so.
Okay, just maybe halfway?
You could give it a shot from there if you wanted to.
Let me go halfway, not too far that I can't quickly get back under cover though.
Okay, so you'll have to go around. Well, let me grab you. So you are right here.
Yep.
You want to go that way?
Yeah, this way and up a little bit.
Okay, so you can go around to right about there.
And I'm just going to toss that branch into the water and observe.
10, 20, 30 feet. Roll a d20.
19.
Okay, it slaps into just the edge right here. You have a really tough time throwing it because you have all this mud on you. So it flops into the water, just splashes into the water, and nothing really happens other than it just is floating there in the water.
Okay, so it doesn't seem to be sizzling or burning or smoking or
just floating on top there, and you can see that in the center of the fountain there is just it rises up maybe about 8 feet, and it's just sort of looks like it's semi-decorative, but it's kind of in ruins. It's kind of surprising that it's actually still working, but there's water that's kind of dribbling over the side of it, and it looks like it's fresh water.
Okay. Can I hear any kind of a mechanism, a pump, or
roll d20?
5.
No, you don't hear anything except for crickets and night birds.
Okay. Do I have any movement left? How far did I go?
You could. I'll give you one more square if you want to go anywhere.
I'm going to move back closer towards the bushes.
This way?
Yeah, and kind of get down into them just to look around and in case I've been spotted.
Okay. Grot, you're over here. You're just barely underneath the veranda there.
All right. I'm gonna find the spy out the most expedient pathway to get to that fountain to take my bath.
Okay. So you are right there. You can again. It's very easy to go through here. It's clear. This is clear sailing right on this side and underneath the thing. It looks like it's almost. In some ways, it's looks like it's been cleared underneath there. Like it's a causeway of some sorts.
All right. I'll move down to where I can start far down as far as I can, and then kind of push if I see any way to get through the brush.
Okay.
I'll push my way through it.
Because you've got the mud on you right now, I'm going to give you 4, so you can get to right about there.
All right.
Okay.
And as I stop, I'm trying to like crack it off because it's dry. It should start to scale off after if I start picking on it.
Yeah, you can start to pick at it if you want, but it's still again like it's set onto onto your skin as well. So
yeah. No, I'll be taking a bath soon.
Okay, Aldemar, you're up here. What are you doing?
I'm gonna move more towards gray.
Okay. Do you want to go fast? You still feel like you could go fast?
I'm gonna move fast.
Okay. You whip right about there. As you're moving really fast, you feel your armor is kind of pinching you as you do so because of the mud that dried now to your
right in the cojones.
Yeah. So you're like, it doesn't do any damage to you, but it's very uncomfortable.
Right in the swimsuit area.
I'll live with it.
Duncan is going to move to, and Duncan is also, you can see Gray from where you're at. Duncan is kind of like trying to get this stuff off of him as well. And it's definitely slowed him a little bit as well too. All right. And you don't see Blodgett, so you don't need to worry about him for right now. Let's go back to Gray. What are you going to do, Gray?
Oh man. I'm wary of this fountain.
Gret, no care.
I'm going to tell everybody else. I'm going to whisper, I guess.
Aldemar's right behind you.
So I whisper to Aldemar that be wary of the fountain. Something seems off. Pass it on.
Aldemar,
I say the same thing to Lupo.
Aldemar, through this shrubbery, you hear Gray's saying, "Beware of the fountain."
Something is
You're
off.
like, where did this place come from?
I'm going to creep up. Well, you can't see where I'm pointing here. I'm going to creep up around on the front side of these bushes, close to where Grot is,
here,
and tell him the same thing.
Okay. So Gray goes over to you, Grot, and says,
"Be wary of the fountain."
There we go.
Something seems off.
Water wet and need bath. What wrong with you?
Before you dip your balls in it.
Grot, you're up. What do you want to do?
I'll move down and I'm going to try to move towards the fountain, like push my way through the shrubbery.
You don't have any problem. You're right at the edge of the fountain right there.
I'm just gonna dip.
Okay. Give me 1 second here because I have to erase a little bit more of the map here so you can see.
Okay, I guess we see more. Yeah.
Okay. So you notice that there are some larger trees that are on this side over here, Grot.
And the path continues, right?
And the path continues through. And you can just barely make out.
Okay, big trees
right there. Now, again, on the edge over here is the complement to the opposite side of the. There's a trellis, or actually trellis. It's the overhangs, the wooden overhangs, over this causeway right through here. Okay, so that's what you see. And actually, let me back up a little bit. There we go. So you are at the edge here, and you just see the water kind of running out, and the water is just looks like it's algaed water. You see a piece of shrubbery floating in the top of it. So what do you do, Grot? You're right there.
All right. I'm gonna dip a finger in, make sure it's not gonna burn me or anything like that. And I mean, it probably, judging from the algae, but Grat's gonna be careful. He's gonna dip a hand in.
There's not really even that much algae in it. The algae is really around the stone, like the sides of it, and maybe a little bit on the bottom. But the water itself looks like regular water. In the moonlight, it looks like clear water.
All right. He's gonna just kind of roll off into the water.
Okay, so you're gonna move into the water.
I'm just gonna dunk himself in. Yeah.
Okay, so you can do so. You can like lay down in it and kind of wash. So you start washing the mud.
Yeah, I'm washing the mud off, and I don't think I have a bar of soap, but I'll do the best I can.
Okay. Good enough. Duncan sees what you're doing and gets the right idea as well.
We're all bathing in this fucking fountain. That's awesome.
Moving over
Pretty
to
funny.
To this edge over here. Aldemar, you're up. What are you going to do?
So I'm behind. Oh, I'm right up there. Okay. I'm gonna head up towards the fountain where Grot is.
Get your own bath. Go away.
Nah.
Okay. Do you want to move fast or do you want to move?
Yeah, I'm gonna move fast. Move fast.
I was gonna say, just get the fuck over here.
Andale. Aipa.
Speedy Gonzalez.
Aldemar, roll me a d20 real quick.
You trip and fall into the fountain.
Natural 15.
All right. You get pinched really bad when you move that far. No damage, but it definitely, you're like scratching and it's itching you as well when you do so. Also, I need you to give me a constitution check. Your constitution is 13.
12.
Okay. You feel yourself as you get to the edge, you start slowing down to your normal speed.
Probably gonna need a fucking nap after that shit.
Gray, you're over here, kind of looking at Grat sitting.
I'm just bathing like there's nothing going on.
I tell Lupo that we'll wait. Let the others bathe first, just to be sure it's safe, and we'll also keep an eye out. We'll stand guard.
Okay, so you're just going to stay where you're at?
Yeah, and I call to, I'm going to move a little closer to the pool, and I'm going to come down to where I'm right across from Grat, and I tell Grat, Lupo and I will stand watch while you clean up, and then we can take turns.
So is that about where you want to be?
Yeah, about there.
That good? Okay.
That's fair. I should probably be almost done soon.
Yes. Okay.
So that we're not all in the pool at the same time.
Yeah, that gay, not do that.
Okay. Grat, you spend about a minute and a half or so in it, and it washes right off. So you're kind of getting yourself cleaned up a little bit.
All right.
Aldemar, you're next. What are you gonna do? No more fasty for you now. So you're regular.
Pass out in the drink.
I'm gonna try and drink
from the fountain.
What?
Okay, so you lean over and you cup your hands and drink out of the fountain, and it's just regular water. It's a little nasty because it's
Grat peeing pool.
But from what you can tell from your ranger senses, it's not that bad. It's not that bad of water, really, except for the fact that Grat is sitting in it and
washing his mud off.
Good Lord.
So. Okay, Grat, you are now completely cleaned of the mud, and Duncan has just started to do the same thing.
All right, I'm going to step out of the pool.
Okay, where do you want to go?
I'll go straight outwards towards the bush. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, right there.
That's good. Okay.
Yeah, that's perfect. Thanks.
All right.
And dry myself off with my cloak.
All righty then. Let's see. One more. All right. I need, let's see. Aldemar is right there. Gray is right there. Grot might be able to see a little bit more, so I can give you a little bit extra here.
Should be seeing some stuff down there. I got the infravision. Excuse me.
Okay, so you see some high trees that are over here, some much taller trees that are down this way. And what looks like you can just barely make out the corner of that trellis right about there from where you're at. Okay, everybody, roll me a d20.
10.
Okay. And Grot, roll me a d20.
18.
18. That's good. Aldemar, roll me a d20.
Natural 19.
Natural 19. Okay. And let me see Lupo. Well, Lupo got a natural 19 as well. And Duncan. Oh, wow. Okay. So Duncan is definitely aware of it. Okay. At this point, you see figures that are on top of the rooftop right now. And they've seen them. They've moved around a little bit. You don't know how many there are there, but you hear kind of like a thump, like onto the ground, like they've dropped through the trellis. And you don't know how many there are. And let's see. So Duncan looks up as he's doing this, and he points at the rooftops of the sides over here. And so he's looking this way over here. And let me see. Oops, that's not the one I want. This is what I want. Not those. These. There we go. So on either side of you are seeing what looks like hobgoblins that have jumped down from the top of have gone through the roof, like maybe a trap door or something through the roof on either side. This is what you can see thus far. And you've got two guys on either side of you that are on the edges. I should actually move them over a bit. Hang on 1 second.
Son of a bitch.
Yes. Not good. This dude. Yeah. Is that the right one? Yeah, he is. Okay.
It will be as kindling.
Guys right there. And this guy here is right on the edge right here. And they got the drop on you, although they point out and you guys will have a chance to evade. But the guy who is here on this side, Gray, with Gray and Lupo, dropped a net down on top of you guys.
Fuck that guy.
And catches Gray and catches Lupo as well. Gray, I need you to give me a dexterity check.
Son of a bitch.
Duncan rolled a natural 20, so I'm going to give it. I shouldn't give it to you for any other reason, but Duncan rolled a 20, so he saw him coming. 5. Okay, you're caught. And Lupo is also caught. You guys are both trapped under a net, a heavy net of some sorts. And where'd you guys go? So Lupo's right here. You guys are trapped under a net. And let's see. Blodgett.
Amos is correct. This is a good time for a fireball.
And Duncan is because he rolled a natural 20, he's going to be able to dodge. And he does. Wow. Damn, he's on his game today. So Duncan has to dodge one way. Duncan moves into the water to avoid this guy's net that drops right here. So there's one net on top of you guys got netted again, Lupo and Gray. Lamar, you look up and you see these two guys on either side that are sitting on top of the rooftop. And at that point, you also realize you're surrounded by at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and possibly 9 guys right here. And Gray, Grot, you see this guy right here just drop down through the roof and sits right in front of you, and you hear what sounds like a bowstring being pulled back, kind of like.
Fuck. All right. Well,
so Garot, I need all of you guys, with the exception of Gray, I need you guys to roll me initiative right now.
I think I got a +2. Yes. 9. 7 + 2 is 9.
Okay, so you are at, let's see, I got one special for you, so that puts you at 9. And Duncan rolled a natural 20, so he's going to go first no matter what. He already dodged, so that gets him out of the way. Okay, so then there's Duncan, and then Aldemar, you are drinking this water as you see a net flop down at Duncan, kind of rolls into the fountain, and you don't know really why he's rolling into the fountain, but then you realize a net he just avoided a net being thrown over him, and now to your opposite side, as you're like lifting up the water to your mouth, you look over to your opposite side, and now you see another net that sits on top of Lupo and Gray right now. Aldemar, I need you to roll me an initiative. D20.
Natural 20.
Natural 20 on your initiative. Okay, so you're going first no matter what. Gray is trapped. Lupo is trapped. Duncan is in there. Blodgett is this side. Blodgett comes back around here to try to get some kind of cover from the shrubs. And Blodgett you can see him sort of pulling out that short sword that he had before, and he looks like he's trying to like stay behind this within the shrubs and that one pillar that's right there. So Aldemar, you got first shot on these guys since you rolled a natural 20. You got your first attacks right now, but you don't have anything ready. You have one action right now because they got the drop on you. So what do you want to do?
Shoot him, of course.
Okay, so where do you want to go? Which one?
Arrow. Let's see.
These guys right here.
I don't.
These guys right here are on top of the roof. These guys right here are underneath the trellises.
Okay, so I'm gonna go for the guys underneath the trellises, but out of respect for Karen Clary, I won't pick the guy nearest to me. I'll pick the guy who's a second nearest to me.
Over here, or over here, or over here. Or do you want to try to shoot the guys that are on top of the roof right now?
Yeah, we'll go for the guys in the roof.
Okay, which one you want to hit?
The second one.
This one?
Yeah.
Or this one?
I can't see where you're pointing, so
this one right here. Let's go for it. Go fire on that guy right there. The one that's gray. Okay.
Yeah, let's do it. All
right, you are at -4 to hit.
So I rolled a 16.
Okay, you actually rolled a 12. And your dexterity is 18, so you've got +4. So you actually did roll a 16. You managed to hit that one guy that's on the top there. Give me a D6.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah, screw that guy.
Yeah.
Good Lord. Rolled a 4.
Rolled a 4. Okay, you managed to plug that guy, and he kind of like hits him in the chest, and he kind of turns. You don't know if you killed him or not, but he turns and he kind of falls back onto the top, onto the rooftop. So you managed to sort of push him back over. Actually, let me just get that guy.
Hopefully he falls.
Yeah, you didn't hear him fall. Is that our dude? No, that's the other dude. He goes back over this way, and you don't know if he's dead or he's not, so you can't see where he is. All right, so you managed to plug that guy. You've got your arrow. You've got your bow in hand. You fired one arrow. Gray and Lupo, you guys are actually still stuck under the net, so it's nothing you can do at this point. Duncan is trying to move himself out of the center of this. Let's see, the fountain there. Where'd you go? There you are. So he's going to move this way. and looks like he's trying to regain his footing because he had to jump into the fountain to get away from these shots. Grot, you let's see, are you next? No, you're not next. You're gonna take, let's see, 1, 2, 3. Might be able to get you there too. Let me try those. All right, so first 3. All right, I got 2 18s and I got 1 3. So I got 2 shots on you. And let me see if that last guy can even get to you. No, he can't. Okay, so you've got 2 shots on you from 2 longbows from the two closest hobgoblins that are underneath you. And you're going to take 8 points of damage from those.
All right.
So you got hit. The one that got you, I got you for 3, and I got you for 5. The one that hit you for 3 was just sort of a graze. The one that hit you for 5 is stuck in you somewhere, like maybe in your like midsection.
So he grunts in pain. All right.
And let's see, Aldemar, you are going to take, let's see, 1, 2 from that side. They don't see Blodgett. Actually, I shouldn't say that. So you're going to take, they saw you shoot, so they're going to take 2, and then the other one will go for Duncan. So, all right, Aldemar. Ooh, I whiffed on one of those. Hang on. Both you hear 2 arrows sail past you. They both miss.
Of course,
but I do have to roll on the finally. I get to roll on the fumble chart. One of those was a bad one.
Wow.
And that is a 9. Okay. You hear actually this guy right here like fumbles on his roll to hit you, and you see his bowstring snaps. So you hear like a bowstring snap over on that side, and then I got one more to fire on Duncan from where I'm at, and misses Duncan. And this guy is going to, where's Longsword dude? There he is, number 1. This guy jumps down from the trellis and is going to move towards Duncan, but not make it quite yet. Okay. Gray and Lupo, you are trapped under a net. What are you going to do, Gray?
How tangled are we in it? Can I kind of pick it up?
It's fairly heavy on top of you.
Oh boy. I don't think I have do I have a sword? Do I still have that sword from the Baroness?
Yeah, but there's no way you're going to get to it underneath the net.
Underneath the net. I whisper to Lupo, or not whisper. I suppose there's no point. I just tell him, on 3, try to throw this off of us, over our backs, and
give
count
me
down and attempt to throw it.
Okay, give me roll a d20.
19.
19. All right, you managed to move some of it off of you, but it's still holding you down pretty well. And I need you to give me one more d20.
15.
15. Okay, so you don't get too much more entangled in it, but it's still very heavy and still on top of you. Lupo seems to be getting a little bit more entangled in it for his efforts. And let's see now, Grot, you're up. What are you going to do?
All right. Grot's really pissed right now. And he just very quickly breaks off the arrow in his shoulder, and
Okay.
he draws his greatsword, and he's going to charge that motherfucker that's right across from him.
All right. So this guy right here.
Yeah, die.
Okay. Yeah, you can push right through that. You have got the mud off of you, so you're not at a penalty. So
Cool.
So you go take let's
Two
see.
attacks.
Yeah, you can get 2 attacks on him from there.
Oh yeah, it's obviously depending upon circumstance. Roll a 13 and a 7, and I add 8 to both of them. So 15.
Both hit, both cut into him. Give me the damage.
Holy shit, this is gonna be awesome. This is gonna be an epic attack here. All right, so it's 2d6 plus 7 twice. All right, so the first one does 14. The second attack,
That's good enough.
There's a okay. Fuck you, asshole.
Basically, you cut him in two and pretty much push him over as that happens. So you managed to cut him down right there.
Gonna wipe my sword off on his dead fucking body.
Okay. You managed to cut him down pretty quickly. And messily, I should say, too. So I'm going to do one thing that I don't usually do here.
Oh.
And this guy right here.
Morale check.
Moves back a little bit.
Right.
The other guy doesn't do that. He's not quite as intelligent as
I'm going to make mincemeat of these assholes.
They've moved. He's gone. Lupo's there. Aldemar's there. Oh, Blodgett. I got to do right quick. Let's move up in here. And let's
talk about Hulk smash.
One more. Okay. So I got one in that. And okay. This guy. You notice. Oops.
Crack kill.
All right. You notice, well, actually, you guys don't even see that happen, but
you heard it.
Backstab one of them. Let's just say that. So he's moving around. You guys didn't see any. You didn't see anything.
Pay no attention to the half orc on the rampage.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, we come full circle. Almar, you're next. You're right there on the edge. You're sitting on the edge of or standing right next to the water there. What do you do?
What do I do?
Make it count, whatever it is.
I'm gonna take aim at another one of those bastards.
Okay. Which way do you want to go? You have line of sight to this dude, to this guy. Actually, here, let me focus in a little bit. You have line of sight to this guy. I'll give you this guy too. And you'd be able to see this young man over here, this guy. So.
All right, I'll shoot the one behind Gray.
The one behind Gray, this one? Okay.
All
right. So you're taking another shot. You are at -4 because you are muddy and covered in shit.
Oh, crap. Sorry. Wrong die. Good Lord. I'm on the wrong die, see? But I rolled it right, see? Natural 20.
Okay, so you plug him with the natural 20. You've got one more shot if you want to take another action.
You mean roll another D20?
So you're going to take 2 shots at the same guy, or what are you going to do?
Yeah, I'll take 2 shots at the same guy. Yeah, man.
Okay, so you got a natural 20 on this guy. Roll again.
Gas! 16.
16 -4 plus, actually, that's a natural 16. So, all right, hold on. Give me damage for the first natural 20.
5.
Okay, 5 there.
6.
6. Well, you managed to kill him. So, but for shits and giggles, roll me one more D20.
A 19.
19, and your dexterity is 4, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. The shot from the first shot severs the guy's leg. Nice. You do an extra 2d12 damage from that one shot with this strike, and the foe's movement drops to 0. Actually, he drops to dead, and foe does nothing but wail in agony for 1d4 rounds. Actually, he dies immediately because of that.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah, screw that guy.
Yep, that guy is very dead. So.
He's deader than Julius Caesar.
All
right, Duncan goes at. Duncan's next. Duncan goes at this guy. Is engaged to this guy. Doesn't even really have to move. So he's going to get a drop on him. Let's see. Why don't we put Amos? Why don't you roll a d20 for Duncan? I'm going to let you run Duncan for right now.
All right. 9.
9. Okay. You do have the what was the bonuses on the hammer for that magic hammer that magic hammer.
Spirit magic.
Was it +1 or +2, Grot? Because you gave it to him.
It's a +1.
+1. Okay, so that's a miss. So you'll miss on that one. Let's see. I'll give Robert. I'll give you Blodgett here in a minute, but Grot, you're actually next. So what are you going to do now?
What the fuck happened to the other guys? Oh, okay.
Yeah, those two guys. That guy that was stupid enough to stick around just got like hammered by two arrows from Aldemar.
Nice. All right, that other asshole down below with his friend.
Yep.
I'm going to charge that first one and 2 overhand swings if I can.
Okay, I'm going to give you 1 because you're still kind of far away from where you're at. So
all right, fair enough.
That'll get you right there, and you can just bellow if you want, whatever you want to do.
He Grat yells like you've never heard him yell before.
Okay,
I won't do that in your ears, obviously.
Okay, so go ahead and take your shot.
8 + 8 is 16.
Okay, easily clips him through his chest. Let's just say you cut through. So nice. Go ahead and give me a damage.
16 points.
All right, he's done.
Fuck that guy.
Definitely done.
He's wiping blood off himself, getting out of his eyes.
Okay, as you get down here, as you move down a little bit further. Now you see these right about there.
These goofballs.
And you see what looks like a door from just basically just barely through the edges of these trees, because these are high trees right here that are right about that point right there. So that's where you're at. That's what you can see. Okay. And now I get to go. So this dude, you managed to kill that one guy, and there's 2 dudes right behind you that are going to take shots at you for that.
Dodge as best I can.
Actually, wait. I need to move first before I make attacks. So let me do this. Let's move you. And also, since these guys are going to move, I'll just give you.
Oh shit! I got to kill these assholes too.
Maybe.
Could be.
You want to.
Absolutely. I'm going to just roll right over him. As long as I'm alive, that is. Shoot her.
Those guys are there. He's there. Oh, where's my other dude?
Oh. French fried potatoes.
Okay. There's that. There's that. There's that. Okay, here we go. Let's see. I'm going to do 3 at Grot real quick. So let's just get that out of the way.
All right, what the fuck?
Actually, the one that's over, this dude right over here is going to be at a disadvantage with the other guy's arms. All right. Actually, the one at the disadvantage actually hits you, and then the other guy that's misses you, or this guy hits you, and this guy hits you. This guy misses.
Christ.
So you will take from this longbow 3 points from him, and from this good brother over here, you'll take 2 points. So you got a whole grand total of 5. So you're getting hit again.
Right, down to 31
with those. So you got 2 arrows hit you there. Let's see. This guy and this guy are going to fire at Aldemar. Now, Dude, this guy has line of sight. See, dude down here has to go through and hope for the best. So he's gonna get a disadvantage, but the other guy can get you naturally. So, ooh, okay. So this guy is at a 15. This guy's at 12. This dude missed. This guy ends up plugging you.
Dirty whore.
And you are going to. It was only a 15, so you didn't get a crit. You took 3 points of damage from that shot. And Duncan is going to get whooped on by that guy in front of him with only one attack and misses. Wow. And this dirty whore behind him is going to fire at Gray and Lupo.
Fuck.
Caught in the web.
And easily hits with a 20. So I'm going to randomize here because it could be either one of you that gets the hit. Oh, and it is Gray who gets the 20.
Jesus.
So,
Gray,
you are taking 6 points of damage,
and you lose a finger.
And where's my crit hit?
Ooh.
And where's the monster table? There it is.
Shit. I'm down to 27 hit points.
No, it's going to get worse than that. Trust me.
Oh shit.
So that was a really solid hit. I haven't rolled a 20 all night. So.
Time for a Deus Ex Machina.
Okay, so actually you're taking 12 points of damage because I
fuck ball.
So you're taking 12 points of damage. Heal
thyself.
And you would drop a weapon, but you're already entangled, so you don't have to worry about that one. So you're going to just basically taking double damage from that one. So
play dead.
12. There's really nothing you can do. And this guy, to add insult to injury, is going to strike and miss because he's jumping down from this is the wounded guy that comes down. He's got an arrow broken off. Half an arrow is stuck in him. But he kind of makes a feeble attempt to smack at you. Remember, these are hobgoblins, so they are not stupid orcs. They are not stupid little goblins. They are about 5.5, 6 foot tall. They're not like super tall, but they're taller than average goblins, obviously. And they have an orangish kind of sheen, and they look a little bit more furry. Okay, that's that. And last but not least is Blodgett, and I'm going to let Robert take over Blodgett for now. So Blodgett's over here.
Do it, Blodgett.
What is Blodgett equipped with as far as
Blodgett has okay, so weapons wise, Blodgett has a dancing short sword, and then he has he's got a like kind of a bandolier of very nice daggers, like throwing daggers on his chest. So
does he fight two-handed or just one?
Well, I'll tell you this: the short sword, he's got to attack once with it, like by hand, and then you can let it go, and it will fight for you. The daggers are either there to like do backstabs, or they can be thrown.
Okay. Let's see. Is he high enough level to do dash as a bonus action to engage and then attack with the dancing sword to the nearest hobgoblin? Actually,
which way do you want to go?
Well, if he goes to the one up
here
to the above him, since he's engaged, can that work as a sneak attack then?
Yes. None of them are aware that you're right there. The only one that was aware is now dead. So you could easily surprise pretty much any of these guys here.
All right, then would I be
with Duncan? This one was firing. Who just got the 20 on Gray, and then this one right here was trying to hit actually did hit Aldemar.
Well, let's move down then to the one if I still will have advantage. And then should I try it as a sneak attack then? Is he high enough level?
He's about 6th level right now.
Okay, so then if he does a successful sneak attack, that's 3d6.
Uh-huh.
Okay. All right, that's what I want to do then. I want to move to that one attacking from a distance since they're...
One up here or this one down here?
The one below me.
Below you. Okay.
Yeah.
No problem, because you'll be able to move along the edge here.
All right. Oh, crap. A 2.
Okay. So not going to be successful and just side of a fumble. So
yep.
You, and he's aware of you. Actually, both of those guys are now aware of you from where you're at.
All right. Not a problem. Sorry, guys.
That's where you're at. Gray and Lupo, what are you going to do? Gray, you have an arrow stuck in your back right now.
I'm going to ask Lupo to pull that arrow out of my back.
Okay.
And then I am going to cast a healing spell on myself because I am in bad shape here. I am going to cast...
Miracle of miracles, Lupo rolls an 18 and pulls it out of your back.
Nice.
Happens to be able to grab it. So he pulls it out. You can attempt to do a healing spell on yourself. I need you to roll me a d20 first, though, because you're kind of constrained.
Fuck, 2.
Okay. That's not going to happen in the turn. So.
All right. Shit.
All right. Coming back around, Aldemar, you are first. What are you going to do? You notice Gray just got plugged with this arrow that Lupo is you can just see Lupo underneath the net this out of him. So what are you going to do?
All right. Where's the guy who shot Gray?
Right over here.
All right. I'm going for that bastard.
Okay.
Come on, baby. Come on. 15.
15. Okay. Good enough.
Nice.
Good enough for government work.
Good enough. He's in the middle of reloading, so you could hit him. Go ahead and give me a d6.
3.
3. Okay, you managed to hit him and clip him with it. So he's probably not going to be able to fire on the next turn because you kind of interrupt him as he's doing that. You have one more action.
All right, I'm going to hit that bastard again. Oh. I'm going to hit him again.
Go for it.
Good Lord, can this die? 18.
18? Okay. So it's a natural 18. You managed to hit him again. Give me a d6.
A 1.
Oh, man.
A 1.
You rolled a 1?
Still alive. Keep the drive alive. All right, that's you. Duncan's actually next. Duncan, go ahead. Amos, you can roll for Duncan if you'd like. With
Sure. I guess I'm trying to hit that same guy there.
Yeah, and you have 2 actions, so go ahead.
What is Duncan equipped with?
He's got a
magic hammer,
and he's got a small shield. And now he is free of the mud because he got into the water, so you're not at a disadvantage at all.
Okay.
So you can attack twice. You can attack and move.
Oh, no. That's a natural 9.
Okay, that's a miss.
And a 16.
16 hits. Okay, so I need you to roll me a d8, and you're going to add 1 to that. Roll very, very high.
Oh. 8 plus 1 is 9.
9. Good enough. Okay, good enough. That'll take care of this dude right here. They're not too hard.
Fuck that guy.
Okay, so you managed to smash that guy upside the jaw, and he goes down.
Nice. Well done.
And behind him, you see this guy who's got at least 1 arrow, possibly 2, sticking out of him. And let's see. So you're there. And all right, Grot, your turn.
All right. I'm going to continue working my way through these assholes.
Okay.
So I'm gonna rush the guy down below. Do I get 2 attacks or 1?
Let's see. Yeah, you can get 2 from there.
All right. Cool. So my plus 8. I rolled a 7 and a 10. They both have an 8 added to them.
All right. The 7's not enough, but the 10 will do. So go ahead and give me the full damage for the 10.
All right.
Because he was stupid enough to stick around.
That asshole. Oh, 17 points.
All right. He is chopped in half as well. You're brutally like massacring these guys. So.
I'm just mowing through them, and I'm giving my barbaric yawp as I go through them.
All right. This one breaks. You see, this one disappears through this door here in this double door.
Oh, double. Oh, they are double doors.
There's a double door right there. Yeah, sorry, I should
Okay.
put that on there. Hang on a sec.
Cool. All right.
Double
So
door
now
action.
something's in there. Yeah, now you can see it. Yeah, before it looked like part of the stone, cobblestone there.
Okay, so you managed to smoosh that guy. The other dude breaks because he saw what you just did.
Shearing him in half.
All right, Blodgett, you're too close for a. Oh, actually, it's my turn now. So let's see. Blodgett, you're too close to shoot. So let's bum rush you. This guy. We'll move up to here. And this guy. Actually, hang on one second. See if he breaks. They're not the bravest guys in the world. No, he sticks around. Okay. Oops, wait, come back. Let's push you right there. And this guy is starting beating on you guys.
Does Blodgett have uncanny dodge?
Yeah, he has the equivalent of it. So you will get you'll get a basically get a save.
Okay.
So then they draw short swords anyway. So they're more archers than they are like actual fighters. So
Gotcha.
If they hit you at all,
I will dodge if they do.
Okay, so I got an 18 on one, so I'm gonna hit you, but I want you to give me the dodge. So go. I rolled d20.
A 16.
Okay, you managed to avoid that as well. So, but to do so, I'm gonna have to push you around out of the way of it. So,
Okay, not a problem.
so that'll swing you that way. Those guys tried to hit you, but they couldn't. And this dude is going to. Oh, okay. He can't return fire, can he? So he's going to. Let's put him over here. Get him out of the way. And last but not least, Hobgoblin with the sword. He's going to beat on either Lupo or Gray. We'll see because he can't tell who's who. And still manages to miss. You feel like kind of like somebody's trying to hit you with a sword, but they can't quite get a hit in on you, Gray. You're really sore. So that's that. And Gray, you're last. So and Duncan right here. He's already done it. Actually, Blodgett, you're next. What are you going to do?
I will attempt to re-engage. Obviously, I've lost advantage, so I'm no sneak attack. So it's just going to be standard trying to engage them with the short sword.
Okay. All right. From where you're at, you can swing back around. I'll give you 2 attacks. So
Okay.
however you want to do that, you can just do it twice with the sword, sword and a dagger, however you want to do it.
Well, since I haven't drawn a dagger yet, I'm assuming, did he have one of his daggers drawn in his offhand or not?
You can have it. It's not gonna cost you an action to do it. So,
okay. Yeah, I'll have the dagger ready in my offhand and the short sword ready to go, and that will be the first attack is with the short sword.
Okay.
If the strike is successful, I can let it go and it will continue fighting. Yes.
Well, it will on the next turn, but yeah.
On the next turn. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So go ahead and roll. Which one do you want to hit first?
The one nearest me.
Okay.
You can pick one either.
Okay.
And I rolled a 16.
Okay, that'll damage him. Give me a 1d6 plus 2.
5. 3
5
plus 2 is 5.
Oh, 3 plus 2 is 5. Okay,
Yes.
So he's still there. You managed to do some damage to him. Now you've got the dagger attack. Where do you want to put it?
His companion.
Okay, the guy down here.
Yeah.
Okay.
A 15.
15, good enough. And give me a 1d4.
A 3.
3. Okay, so you managed to put 3. Oh, what'd you say? 5 on this guy, and then 3 on this guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that was a natural 3. I didn't add any bonus. I don't know if he has anything, so I'll leave that for you to do.
Not really.
Okay.
At this point. Okay. Now, Gray, it's on you. What are you gonna do, man?
Fuck. How tangled am I in this net right now? Am I going to be able to throw it the rest of the way off?
You can do strength checks and try to get it off of you if you want. And
I'm going to try to get out of this net.
okay.
5.
5. And Lupo rolls a 3, still stuck on top of you. Nothing you can do.
Fuck.
Man, that sucks.
All right, Aldemar, we are now in the 7th battle round. Okay, go ahead. Aldemar, you're up next.
All right, we're gonna start laying the law down.
Start.
Just okay. Okay, I'm near the fountain. I'm gonna shoot at the. What do we got for foes? I'm trying to just see.
All right, right across from you is Lupo and Gray. They are covered in a net right now, and there is the guy that you managed to shoot in the first battle round has come down and is starting to whoop on them.
Take him out.
The guy that
okay, we're gonna take that. We're gonna take that guy out. That guy.
Fuck that guy. Yeah, that piece of shit.
Yes. Screw him.
don't miss.
All right. 15.
15. Okay, you managed to plug in that one. Do you want to take another shot?
You know what?
Fuck it.
18.
18. Okay, both of them hit. Give me a D6, 2D6.
First one's a 1.
Okay. Barely touched him.
Next one's a 6.
All right, good enough. Now he's done. Yeah, you wounded him in the beginning anyway, so you managed to put him down. It's a good thing you didn't miss with those shots. Okay, Duncan, you're up. What do you want to do? Amos?
You're muted.
Yeah. I will go after the guy that's behind that column there. Yeah.
Let's see. That's going to get you 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you can still get one attack. Go ahead.
10.
10. Okay, so you kind of whiff on that, and he kind of dodges out of the way. And let's see. Now we come back to Gray. You're next. Or, excuse me, Grat. Grat, you're next.
All right. So there's a little bit of a move. Yeah. So he's standing his ground.
Right.
All right. I want to just pick him up by his ankles and beat him into the wall. All right. So I'm really pissed, and if I see those other fuckers, I'm coming for him. All right. I'm gonna rush him. I'll double move and maybe get one swing in. Right.
You can.
Okay.
Which way? Depends on how you want to go. Depends on how you do this.
Yeah. Let me think here. I will, because Grat's really blinded by rage right now. He's going to just bum rush and go flying through the brush and then try to impale him. Just a huge overhand strike come down on him.
Okay, so you're coming this way?
Yeah, I'm
Through
going
the brush side. Okay.
Yeah, the brush side. He's just pissed off. He's kind of blinded.
You're still going to get the hit. You're going to get a swing in. As you're doing so, you hear this guy whistle, kind of like that.
Mm-hmm.
And when it does,
split him head to tail.
Yeah, right.
You still get your hit. Don't worry. No worries.
Oh, that's good.
You're still good. Let's see. Where'd we go? How about this one? There we go.
What the fuck?
Which guy is this?
Is that an ape?
There's one right there. So I'm going to drop him right next to you. At this point, from out of the trees, you see, at least you see these two anyways. The other guys don't actually see these dudes, but they are there. So let's push them.
What fuck?
All right. What looks like some kind of savage ape drops out of the tree right next to you as you're making your killing strike. So go ahead and take a shot on that guy.
Nice. 15 plus 8.
Okay. So you hit with that. Go ahead and give me the damage.
Okay. 15 points.
Okay. So you cook this guy easy.
You're next, ape. Ape next.
So ape
wonder how ape tastes like gnome.
An ape, but it doesn't look like any ape you've ever. Well, of course, you don't even know what an ape looks like. But
I've never seen an ape.
It looks like a demon ape. Put it that way. It's not necessarily a normal ape.
How tall is it?
About. Let me see.
Yeah, like are they like small, squat.
In fact, I think I know what it is. It's about 6 feet tall, so it's pretty big. Almost as tall as you are. It swings down and it just screams at you right in front of you.
I scream right back at it.
But you're in the middle of cutting this dude.
I know. I've just cut him down, and I sort of know that there's something there, but I don't know what. Yeah.
Now I'm putting these guys in there because Blodgett would see them and Aldemar would see them as well when they come down out of the trees.
All right.
So
up the monkey loving.
So there is that, and actually I need to fit them into the initiative.
You guys are in the net. You're probably the safest right now.
Yeah. Okay. Blodgett, they're going to try to attack you again with short swords because you're too close up.
Right.
Ooh, one fumbles and one misses entirely.
Oh, I like that. Does he have an attack of opportunity when someone misses?
Yeah, but you might not need to worry about it.
Okay.
It just depends on how bad a fumble this is.
Gotcha.
Okay, so he stumbles and leaves himself open to attack. So you do get your attack of opportunity. The next enemy that attacks you, that attacks this guy, gets a +2 bonus on top of that. So you'll get an attack of opportunity at +2, and the other guy misses you entirely. So you can take that attack of opportunity right now.
I will, and I rolled a 15 + 2, so that's 17.
Managed to hit him. Let's just say it's the short sword. So go ahead and give me D6 + 2.
6 + 2 is 8.
All right, he's cooked.
Actually, no. Yeah, 6 + 2 is 8.
Doesn't matter. Either one of them is dead. So he's done. This guy is the one that missed entirely.
Okay.
And this comes back to you. So it is your round. So
okay.
Initiative.
Rolled a 9.
Okay, so so let's just say that's with the short sword. Go ahead and you can either attack. Well, you have that dagger in your hand, so go ahead and attack with the dagger now too.
Okay. 13.
13, good enough. Okay, so give me a D4.
3.
Okay, that guy was wounded already, so he is done too. All right, so you managed to kill those guys, and so that was your 2. And last but not least, Gray and Lupo. What are you going to do, Gray?
Do they seem to be coming towards us right now? Do they notice us or no?
No, you don't know. You can't tell anyways.
You can't tell what's going on.
You don't know what's going on.
I'm going to try again. We got to get out of this net. I'm going to tell Lupo on 3. Try to pull it up and back over us.
Is that on 3 or 3 and then go?
On 3.
Great. On 3, roll your D20. I'll do the same thing. And
on 3?
Yes. 1, 2, 3. 15.
7.
Oh, well,
Drew, I'm buying you new dice, Drew.
Lupo is the only one actually doing much of anything. But Lupo is almost out.
You suck. You fucking suck today.
Yeah.
God damn it, Gray.
Carnivorous ape.
I'm old.
Carnivorous.
I'll heal you guys when this is done.
Yeah, right. You have to heal us because we're getting attacked by demon apes.
From the demon apes.
Demon apes.
Oh man, and they have a special attack. So first guy that
what a stench.
If you are in mid strike comes in at you.
Oh fuck.
And misses on both times. You're kind of like rushing by him at the same time. The second guy gets you once. Oh, damn. I'm going to get you twice. All right.
Open. What the hell?
This demon ape right here manages to rake your back as you're going.
My back.
Yes. Come here. Let me give you a scratch.
Jesus.
And you take all of 2 points of damage from the scratch. It could have been a lot worse.
Oh, shit.
Come on, Vince. You've been there before. You know what that's like.
I know, right? I do have the healing potion you gave me. Not the one. Well, the one I found I already drank, but I still have that one healing potion. I'll have to drink that soon. All right. Fuck you, ape. Surrounded by apes.
And let's see. That's those guys. And we come back to Aldemar. Aldemar, you're up.
Little help over here.
Aldemar, roll me a D20 real quick, Aldemar. Let's see how clever you really are.
As if I need to roll a dice. Oh! A 19.
Nice.
All right. Well, gee.
Pretty clever.
Wonder of wonders. You see what looks like, you can't tell what it is. Some big figure just jumped out of the trees and is running this way. But in front of you, you see Lupo and Gray struggling to get out of this net that they have been trying to get out of for, I don't know, the last 7 minutes.
Fruitless.
So what are you going to do, Aldemar?
So where am I at right now?
You're right
We're
here.
on the edge of the fountain.
Okay. So sorry. The
is Aldemar, that's you.
Okay. Let's see. And that bugger right there, directly, yeah, he's an enemy.
That is an enemy. Yes.
All right, I'm gonna shoot that bastard.
Does he recognize? Does Aldemar recognize it?
He's a big figure. He has no idea what it is.
It could be you for all he knows.
I know. He's shooting at me.
Wow. All right, 14.
14 missed.
What?
Shit.
Whizzes right by it. It is moving very fast. A dark figure of some kind. You don't know what it is. About 6 feet tall, and it is
The dark demon ape.
You got one more action. What do you want to do, Aldemar? Do you want to shoot him again, or do you want to help Lupo and Gray?
We're gonna shoot him again.
Nope, we're not going to do that.
Yeah.
17.
All right. You think you hit it? Roll me a d6.
Jesus Christ! You're really jerking them.
6.
6. All right. You think you hit it?
Nice.
You hear a howl in the dark, and this dark figure is now locked onto you and is rushing at you.
Oh, shit! You're gonna get the dark demon ape raping.
Well, sorry, Gray.
Hope you got some spells.
Duncan, kind of hard to do when he's covered in a net. Duncan, you're up. Go ahead.
Covered in a net, and it's not Funicello.
I should have taken the bath. I didn't trust the water, though.
I was going to say, if only you had a guy with a spell. Duncan is going to... Does he see or hear anything coming?
No, not from where you're at. You're engaged right now with the guy that's in front of you.
Okay. So he's gonna swing his hammer at the guy again.
All right.
13.
Okay, that one hits. You have one extra action. Do you want to take another attack, or do you want to see if this? You want to?
Can I see if this?
Yeah, go ahead and roll damage. Go ahead and roll damage first. It's D6 plus 2.
So 2 plus 2, 4.
4. And you damaged. He's already been wounded, so he is dead.
Okay.
All right. So you've got one action left. You might be able to get 30 feet if you want to move.
I turn around to kind of look towards Aldemar and Gray and start making my way towards them.
Okay.
Screaming demon ape.
Am I moving you the right way?
Yeah.
Okay. All right,
basically kind of backing them up.
All right, you get to right. Okay, you can keep going, but you get about halfway through your move, and you see what looks like some 6 foot tall, very muscular thing from where you can see in the moonlight right now, and it is moving hella fast.
Can I hear it?
Yes, you can hear it going.
I ready my hammer.
After you're out, or do you want to continue your move to one more?
I'm gonna go right up next to Aldemar to kind of back him up.
You can get about that far right there. Okay, and let's see now, Grot. You have 2 demon apes that are on top of it. They are big bastards.
All right, I say, look over there, and then I run. No, okay. So, all right.
I should actually, Grot, I need to push you just a little bit over this way because you came in.
I did. Yeah, I came running. Yeah, that's true. All right, fair enough. So I'm sort of like in the brush a little bit.
Yeah, in the brush, underneath the trees that they drop down out of.
All right.
And now you're kind of like looking around, going, "What the hell just hit me in the back?"
Yeah, right. What fuck you? What are you? And they're just making they're not intelligent,
they
right?
They are not talking. They are just baring their teeth with their red eyes. They look like
old red eye.
You don't know what a gorilla is, but you, Vince, know what a gorilla is, and that's what they look like. Very large apes, but they've got kind of claws with large fangs and reddish eyes.
All right, I will. The one that's closest to me, I'll do my 2 attacks on it.
Okay.
I'll take 2 sweeping swings back and forth as much strength as I have.
Okay.
On these a-holes.
Go,
okay.
Gadget.
That's go gadget sword. All right, first one. I rolled an 11 plus 8, 19.
Okay. All right.
And the second one, or you want the damage first?
Do you want to put them both into the same guy? That's what I need to know.
Correct, yeah. And the second,
it doesn't matter either way.
And I rolled a 10 and then 18 again.
18 again. Okay. Yep. So all right, the first one managed to clip him. The second one was a dodge, but I'll give you half damage on the dodge. So give me the full damage first.
All right. For the first one?
Mm-hmm.
All right, full damage for the first one is this 14.
14. Okay, you managed to cut into it, and it's like hitting a tree trunk when you hit it. When you hit into him, it stops the blade as it goes in.
Holy shit!
Give me the damage for the next one. So that was 14. Go ahead, give me the next one.
17.
17, half that. So and round it up. So I'll give you 8 points. So you managed to put some real hurt on this one, and it kind of reels a little bit as you kind of hit in with your big ass like 2-handed sword, your claymore or whatever it is.
Yeah, it's 2-handed sword.
So
yeah,
it kind of backs down. You definitely hurt this thing. It stopped it in its tracks, but it does not look dead.
All right.
No, actually, it's my turn now. This guy is going to move. 4, 5.
Oh no.
And comes in and tries to rake Aldemar as it comes in. Now, Aldemar, you see that what looks like a very hungry, carnivorous demon ape comes at you, and it is barreling at you like a buffalo that is stampeding, and slashes you. It's not going to get full attacks.
I'm going to shoot it.
You're not shooting anything. It's not your turn yet. First one, second one. Okay, I caught you with the second one. And you're going to take 4 points of damage from that. So it manages to rake you as it goes by. You're lucky you're lucky it didn't have enough move to actually make the full charge and bash into you. So it manages to scratch you and rake you as it goes by. I need you to give me a D20 real quick. Roll D20.
Fall back into the water.
Roll a D20, Aldemar.
$18.
18. Okay, you managed to keep your footing.
Oof.
Okay, and this guy
Fuck that ape.
over here. This guy can't get a charge on you because you've got that pillar in between you, so he's going to have to come around.
He's going to flank me, huh?
Yeah. The other one swings down and tries to attack you, Grot.
All right.
And okay, one is a natural 20, the other one was a 12. The 12 actually misses you, but the 20 is going to hit you.
Yes.
So you are going to take that. That's actually, if I get a natural 20, that's the bite. So you're going to get a bite for this one.
All right.
All right. So you're gonna take 6 points of damage from the bite.
All right.
All right. And then I did get a crit, so I'm gonna roll on the crit chart right quick.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
And the chart is.
Grat will be avenged by his brother Grim.
Okay, here we go. Ooh, manages to bash your weapon down.
The fuck?
So
As in out of my hands?
it's pushing it down. I need you to roll me a d20 right quick.
Sure. And one. Fuck. I rolled a 1.
Okay. Well, you're lucky I rolled a 1 for the extra damage. So you actually take 7 points of damage and you drop your weapon.
Oh, shit. All right, so it's 16. All right, I have 16 points. I'm going to have to drink my healing potions.
The wounded ape is not going to attack you right now. It's kind of like trying to regain its footing. The other one that's below you, that's beneath you, is going to get at least one rake in as it comes around the side, and it's going to hit you once.
Son of a bitch.
And so you've taken 7 points so far. You're taking another 2 from the rake. So you've got 9 points of damage from that from those 2 attacks from that one.
All right. I'm down to 5, so I'm going to have to drink that healing potion and pick up my sword.
For the All right, Blodgett, you're over here.
All right. Blodgett originally planned to head over to Gray to get them out of the net, but then he saw this big demon ape run past and he wasn't moving anywhere. And then he's like looking back where it came from, and he's seeing his companion being ganged up on by the demon ape. So he's like, crap. So he's going to dash over toward there and try and get as close as he can and engage them from behind. I don't think
roll me a d20 real quick.
Sure.
This is actually a Constitution check.
All right. Rolled a 19.
Good enough. Okay, so you're still under the effects of the potion of quickness that he drank earlier on. Aldemar had some too, but it wore off him. It's still on you, so you're gonna be able to go really. You'd probably be able to get over to one of those apes.
All right. The one. Let's see. Of the 3, there's the one at the bottom, the one off to the right as I'm looking at the screen, and the one to the left. The upper left one. The upper left one.
This one here is
the wounded one.
That's the wounded one. These 2 are fresh.
Okay. That's the closest one to me. So that's the one I'm going to dash to and try and do a sneak attack on him.
Okay. On the wounded one?
Yeah, the wounded one.
Wounded one. Good enough. Yeah. All right. You'll be able to do that easily enough. So I'll give you that shot. You're going to get 1 attack, though. So
okay. Not a problem. Natural 20.
There you go. Okay,
nice.
So you managed, and I'm gonna assume it was with the short sword. So
yes,
give me the roll me a d6 plus 2.
4 plus 2 is 6.
6. We're going to multiply that by 3, so that's 18 points of damage right there. That's for the backstab.
Okay.
And then I need you to roll. Where's the chart? I need you to roll me a d20 for the crit table.
A 16.
Lightning fast shot to the face pops the foe's eye like a grape. Nice. Foe is permanently blinded in one eye and can take no actions for 1d3 rounds. And now I know how many rounds. So you managed to hit it in the eye. And
right in the fucking eye.
Which, considering he's a halfling?
Yeah, actually, this that will kill this ape because he had already put like a lot of damage on it before, so that's going to kill that ape.
Okay.
So that one's down.
Grape ape.
Grape ape is
Grape ape.
All right, and then last but not least, Gray, you're up. What are you going to do? You smell something big and nasty, and you hear the.
Are my hands loose where I can do anything other than just struggle with this net?
You can do
under the net.
Come on, give me a good one. You want to do it again? Lupo's almost out.
Yeah,
On
let's
three.
give it a try on 3.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
What the fuck? That die. You have to retire that die.
I need to get rid of this thing and just get
Throw it across the room.
Lupo is out, and he's trying to lift it off of you now, so you're going to have a little bit extra. You'll be able to do something in the next turn.
one of these. All right.
He's trying to lift it off of you. Aldemar, you have a very large demon ape that is like right in your grill.
Yeah, he's gonna get put down.
Okay, what are you going to do?
I'm gonna pull out my sword. I'm gonna pull out my sword and slash that bastard.
Okay.
Yeah, 20. Yeah.
Natural 20?
Natural 20.
Okay, keep that. Give me do you want to do a second strike?
Now I'm just gonna roll a d6.
Okay.
Yeah, 3.
3? Okay. It looks like it tickles him, but you're gonna double that to a 6, and then I want you to roll. Give me a roll a d20 right quick.
A 20, natural 20. God's my witness.
Hold on 1 second.
Well done.
And blow. Okay, so give me. Do you have a d12 there?
Yes.
Roll me a d12.
Nice. I like D12.
I rolled an 8.
An 8. Okay, so you're going to do an extra 8, so you're doing 14 points of damage to him altogether. And he looks like you have hit him somewhere where it's like he's kind of like stunned for a minute. Duncan, you're right behind him, so you can go in and attack if you want to as well.
I get 2 attacks.
Shock the
You can
monkey.
get 2 attacks from where you're at. And you see it reaching for the longsword that is stuck in it right now because Aldemar just kind of just skewered him.
Well, I just rolled 1 and I got a 9. So
Okay, so that's going to miss, but you can roll again. You get another attack from where you're at. It's very big. It's not hard to swing at least.
3.
3. Okay, so both of those are going to miss. And Aldemar has got he's got it stuck somewhere, like it's kind of like it's squirming around a little bit, and it's like crying out in pain. It's like and Grot, you're up.
All right. So
You're gonna have to recover your weapon at least. So you'll get 1 attack if you want to recover and then do 1 attack. Or you're down to 5 points of damage. So
I'm going to crouch down and whip out. I'm going to whip it out. I'm going to whip out my healing potion and quaff the whole thing.
Okay.
I don't know how many points that.
Roll a d20 real quick.
Sure. Just do one of these here. 11.
Okay, I'll let you do it. Go ahead. You can quaff the.
All right, thank you.
How much of it are you going to down?
I'm going to take the whole thing.
Whole thing. Okay, go ahead.
How many points is that?
Was it just a regular?
It was a regular, yeah.
Okay, roll 2d8 then. If you're going to suck down the whole thing.
All right, 2d8. The first one is a 2.
Okay.
Second one is an 8.
Okay, so you got 10 back, so you're at 15 right now.
All right. And I'll attempt to pick up my sword as a second action.
Okay, so that's no problem. You can pick that up.
Cool.
All right. And now, of course, it's my turn. So they're going to, both of them are going to beat on you. And they do that boom, boom, like an ape would do.
Oh, the ape chest crash.
Attack. Okay. I missed with one. I hit with another, so no bite. And then the other one hit with no, didn't get anything. So I got one attack in on you with like a pummel.
I've been pummeled.
And it's going to hit you for 3 points of damage from the pummeling. So
right.
Trying to pick up your sword, it's like,
God damn it.
Blodgett, you're next. You're up.
All right. I will engage the one that is nearest me that still has its back to me. The one
down here.
Yeah.
Over here.
Whichever one has its back to me.
They're both focused on Grot right now. They don't know you're there, so you could get a backstab on any of them. Also, you managed to successfully kill that other one in the last turn, so you can use the dancing short sword right now if you want.
Yeah, let's do that. Whichever one is closest. It's kind of hard to tell because that one has a pillar.
They're about equidistant. The only difference is this one's through the trees. This one is a straight shot.
Okay, let's go for the one that's a straight shot then.
Okay. Good idea.
Okay, so you are going to get one addition. The dancing short sword jumps out of your hand and it floats from where it's at. You already know how to use it, so it's going to attack on your behalf this turn. So it's hanging there. Mm-hmm. So what that's going to free you up to do is you can get the one shot with the short sword, and then you've got 2 dagger attacks as well.
Okay. So do you want me to roll 3 20s or just roll?
Let's roll the D20 for the short sword first. That's easy.
All right. And I rolled an 18.
18 plus 2 is an unnatural 20, so you do hit. You're not going to get the crit, but you do a goodly amount of damage. I need you to roll a. Let's see. In this case, I need you to give me a 2d6.
Okay.
Plus 2.
2d6 plus 2 total.
Yes.
Okay. All right. 5 and 2 is 7 plus 2 is 9.
Okay, so that guy takes 9, and now I need you to do your dagger attacks or whatever you're going to do.
Okay. 2 17s.
Okay, so that's two hits. I need you to give me 2d4, and I'm going to give you plus 2 on those as well.
Uh, 3 and 3 is 6 plus 2 is 8.
So an 8 and a 9, so you're at 17, 18, 19. Okay, so all right, it's still around. It's looking around. It doesn't know where these attacks came from because you're very much smaller than this thing is. This thing's like 6 feet tall, and you're about 3.5, maybe 4 feet tall.
Okay.
And so the 2 daggers end up getting him like right around the midsection. The dancing dagger comes in from the back, so it's kind of like confused as to where the attacks are coming from.
Okay.
They're not super intelligent. They're just super violent. And then let's see. Last but not least,
Grot is smarter than they are.
All right, Grot is very much smarter than they are.
Okay.
All right, Gray, give me that strength check again. Come on, man, we can do it.
Try different dice. You ready?
There we go.
After the battle's over.
3. 18.
And I managed to get it off. It's now off of you. You have 1 action left. What are you going to do, Gray?
Weep and enjoy.
How bad? So I'm looking around and I see this ape thing. How bad of shape does it appear to be in?
The one that's across, you can't really tell because it is just like going ape shit on Aldemar right now.
Okay,
Literally.
so if I can, I'd like to cast a spell on it.
Yep, depends on the spell, but go ahead.
Not glow.
No, not
Fairy
glow.
fire.
Shit, where are my? Oh, what do I have here? Sorry, I should have thought about this. Guiding bolt.
Okay.
So, do I need to make an attack?
Castaway. I think you have to do hit. You do have to hit, right?
Yeah, I have to make an attack roll for guiding bolt.
Okay.
And 4d6 plus. I got my plus 7 for my attack roll and for the damage. Okay. And 17. Does that hit?
Yes.
Okay.
So you managed to hit it.
And that's 11, 14, 15 plus 7. So 22.
All right. You managed to drop it since Aldemar got the crit on it before. So this thing just drops back and it falls towards Duncan. Duncan, you roll a D20 right quick.
I got to remove a spell slot here.
Duncan, roll me a D20. All right, Amos, roll me a D20.
12.
12. Okay, you managed to get out of the way before it falls over on top of you.
Oh.
Falling apes.
Yeah, well, beware of falling apes. Okay, so that's all you guys up there. Aldemar, you don't have Aldemar, actually you're up. What do you want to do? We have no targets.
Bless you.
No, thank you. I'm gonna move down. Let's got the Chinese virus.
A little help over here.
Yeah, I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna go down to help my brethren down south.
All right, I'm gonna push you down this far. All right, and let's see, Duncan, you're next. What do you want to do?
I will be following Aldemar.
Okay. And let's see, Grot, you're next up. What are you gonna do?
All right. The one ape is busily engaged with the dancing
Trying
sword.
to figure out what's going on. There's another one. This is the one that is the dangerous one. That is
all right. The dangerous one. I'm gonna. that fucking cock. All right. I'm gonna hit him twice.
Okay.
All right. Attempt to anyway. All right. So. Plus, a 16 and a 15.
Okay, the 16 hits, the 15 does not. So
even with my pluses,
even with your pluses, give me the 16 though. So roll the damage for that.
All right, goddamn apes. 5, 6, and 7. 6 and 7, 13. 13
points of damage.
Yep,
and that's with the bonuses.
Oh yeah, that's total.
That's total. Okay, so you managed to do some damage to him. You cut him good, but he still looks. You kind of pissed him off.
He's pissed off.
All right. So actually, now it's my turn. He's going to attack back.
Fuck.
And got you with 1. And let's see. The other is going to attack Blodgett, or attempt to, anyways. And I caught you with 1, so you both are going to take one beaten. And Grot, you are going to take 4 points of damage, and Blodgett is going to take.
Can Blodgett dodge?
8 points of damage. Roll. You can dodge, but I'll give you half of that if you can dodge. Give you a d20.
10.
Okay. So you don't manage to dodge. It managed to smash you pretty good and actually push you back from where you're at. So
okay.
So that's gonna knock you back over here. You see Blodgett kind of like this,
go flying
like a little kid get like swats you.
Bong.
Yeah. So actually roll me in one more d20.
We'll do. 16.
16. Okay, so it knocks you down to your feet. You'll still be able to snap yourself back up. It didn't knock you out or anything. You're not stunned or anything.
Okay,
that's good.
So you're all right. In fact, it's your turn right now. So
is my sword still engaged?
Your sword is still engaged with the ape. So
okay,
and it will be you know that it will be for at least another 2 rounds. So
all right,
and then it comes back to your hand.
A 16.
Good enough. Give me a d6 plus 2.
6 total.
2. So 8. Okay. So it does.
No, 6 total. 6
total.
4.
With,
yeah, 4
okay,
with the 2 is 6.
With the 2. Okay. So you got another 6 on there. It's still it's definitely a bit slower. It looks like it might almost be dead. Grot, you can tell that it's almost dead.
Okay. Do I still have enough speed force to move up and attack with my daggers?
Sure.
Yeah, let me try that.
Move back.
If I'm not too stunned.
No, you can do it.
Take him out, Blodgett.
A 15 and a 16.
Okay, the 16 hits. Go ahead and give me a 1d4 damage.
A 4.
Okay, you managed to kill it. And Grot, you see Blodgett kind of leap up at the thing and just like he's like
He's stabbing it with the nice.
right.
Fuck.
Okay, Grot, give me. I'm just going to go straight back to you because they're not going to get to it in time. So go ahead and give me an attack. You can do 2 attacks on it if you want.
All right, cool. Thank you. All right, he's going nuts. He's Grat's just yelling in rage and frustration and almost exhaustion.
Yep.
An 8 and an 11.
Okay, neither one of those is good enough to hit. So he's gonna swing back on you. And I didn't whiff, but both those attacks missed. Go ahead and roll again.
All right.
Because they're still not going to be able to make it on the next turn.
What about Blodgett? Doesn't
Blodgett? You can, oh, sorry. Yeah, Blodgett can
Yeah, I
go.
said Blodgett get
Blodgett can get a shot.
Okay. Will my sword move over to him naturally?
Yeah, you can will the sword over that if you want.
I do so.
Goes flying by my head.
16.
Okay, that'll hit. And
Nice.
give me a d6.
4.
4, and that's +2.
No.
So that's
6 total. Yeah, I rolled a 4.
So now, Grot, you see this short sword and Blodgett end up killing the guy that is also in front of you there.
Grat just kind of like falls to his feet.
Yeah,
and he lays down.
You are absolutely exhausted at this.
He's like, "Thank you, friend Blodgett. Grat take nap."
Yeah. Okay, so that is that. I'm going to leave it here because we've been going for almost 3 hours. So, So you guys are in this courtyard right now. I'm just going to consolidate you guys up to this door because that's really the only other way for you guys to go. When we come back, you can do your healing.
Okay. I was going to say I'm going to heal as many people as I can, but we can start up with that.
Yeah, we can pick up where we went from the next time. So.
All right, and next game will most likely be May 12th.
Okay, that sounds like a plan.
Wednesday, May 12th. Yes.
Cool.
So we're all by the door. We're gonna get. You have to tell. Obviously, you don't have to tell us now. But do you think we'll get a chance to rest or?
Yeah, where you're at right now, you definitely will be.
All right. Cool.
And then I'll work in the new characters in the next session.
Perfect.
Okay.
Perfect.
Yeah,
All right.
sounds good.
Excellent.
All right,
All
guys.
right, everyone. This
Sounds
has
good.
been Masculine Geek number 117 live stream D&D session number 18. We have 18 in the can. This has been good. So, once again, we will be playing again on Wednesday, May 12th. Look for go ahead and make sure you hit hit the like button, hit the little bell to make sure you get the announcement, and just keep your eyes peeled. So, in the meantime, enjoy the rest of the week, and we'll talk to you all later.